How's it going?
I just started yawning straight away.
Am I that boring?
That's such a bad time for a yawn.
It's like it happens. It happens. You've been waiting here for 30 minutes to the dot. Donovan is never wrong when he says, I say the guess every single time before they start. I say they're going to be waiting 15 to 20 minutes. Donovan's like, no.
30.
Yeah, 30. So I'm sorry. I made you wait. It's early in the morning.
I got to go get a hot Milo. I'm very happy.
That's good. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Got some nice good old tea in the morning. Hello, Sneaky. I see you in chat there. I see you sneaking in chat there, Sneaky Pinoy. Thank you for that spin, that love. Oh, thank you for hi. How's it going? Good to see you. However, we play this thing right off the bat of our stream to kind of get the guests kind of warmed up and getting kind of comfortable in this kind of setting. It's a little bit awkward to be on someone else's stream. There's no way around it, unfortunately. However, we do have a way that we get around it over here on Connections, and that is called quick questions. And maybe you've never been here before, so I'm going to run a little intro. So if you direct your eyes to the screen, hello AZ, I will show you how to play this game. So quick questions is quite simple, actually. It's not that hard, to be honest. Quick questions revolves around 3 rules. And the rules, like I said, quite simple. The first rule is that there's going to be 10 questions. The second is that you, the guest, are going to have 60 seconds to answer every question. And number 3, for every 5 seconds left on the clock, the viewers are going to be gifted 1 sub. So, Tink, I see the chat can't see this, but I can, is you're going, oh no. So the chat, there's no like hardships on you. Like there's nothing against you, but I mean, the chat might be a little bit disgruntled if you don't. You wouldn't be the first person, so I don't want you to like panic over that. But the chat might be a little bit upset.
Oh god.
I'm just saying. So, I'm going to start here in a second here. I'm going to put his timer on the screen. It's going to go right underneath me over here. And when I click that timer on, I'm going to read out the first question, and you will answer one after another. And as soon as you finished, I will read off the next one, so you can keep on continuing as much as you want. So,
can you send them written as well?
Yes. Are you okay if I send them on Discord one by one?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I can definitely do that. Give me 1 second to do that.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Scared I'm not going to hear one.
No, it's all good. No worries at all.
Take an extra 15 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, panic.
I'm going to try and put this out a way that I can do this. That's going to be easy. So, we can never be mad at our Tink. Never. Well, I mean, let's find out. I'm just kidding. So
give it a shot.
I'm going to one by one read them off and send them to you as I'm reading them off on Discord. So keep that in mind. Keep your Discord pulled up. And we will go starting in a moment here. Chat, are you ready? If you are ready, I need you to spam that love and cheer Tink on as we try and do this. Adding on a little bit of pressure. It's fine though. I really hope Discord can keep up with this here too as well, but I'll try and send them just before I do it, but that's okay. I see some love in the chat. Everyone's ready. I see the lovely Mr. Ken Carter in here too. Hello, Mr. Ken. How's it going? Good to see you. That's a full box right there. I think the chat's ready. Tink, are you ready?
Sure.
Is Slothy Boy ready?
He's ready. Benson's ready.
Benson's ready. Awesome. Alrighty. Tink, first question is, one thing I've realized is this is terrible for like the audio version of this when you watch a podcast. It's because there's just like dead silence for like 20 seconds. Hello, Flim Flam Flam. Hello, how's it going? All right. First question is, what is your favorite word?
Yeet.
Yeet. What is your favorite food?
Spaghetti bolognese.
What is your favorite drink?
Chocolate milk.
What is your favorite number?
8.
What is your favorite movie?
Pride and Prejudice.
What is your favorite influencer? Or who is your favorite influencer or celebrity?
Oh, next. I don't really have one.
Who is your
I
favorite?
just like a lot of people.
What's your favorite vacation you've ever taken?
When I went with my family to the US.
What was your favorite animal?
Penguins.
What is your favorite season?
Winter.
What's a favorite gift you have ever received?
My PC.
So, you ended with 3 seconds left. I ended up just sending you the whole list because I was like, this is going to be way too hard.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? No. So, this guy cracks himself up every time he waits 3 years to start it. It's true. It's true. What's up, Iggy? Good to see you here. Good to see you, Flip Flap Flem. What's up, Ken? How's it going? Good to see you all in here. So, Tink, you ended with 3 seconds left.
I powered through until the influencer one.
Yeah, you did. I was a little bit worried. I was like, "Oh, Donovan, check the budget. Like, we're gonna be in some trouble here." However, been on a little bit of a dry spell, so I'm gonna do this, and I don't do this often. I'm gonna gift the sub out because you were really close. You were like a second and a half off of that one. So I think chat deserves 1 for that one. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable to give them 1, considering it was so easy. Going up to Santa. Santa, congratulations. Enjoy those emotes. However, if you didn't win it, or if you are interested in getting some sort of things at the end of this show, we do what's called 2 Truths and a Lie, and that is going to be in the later half of this episode. So make sure you're sticking around for that. So in this part, we're going to go through every single question. I was trying to make sure that I got written all these one by one, but that did not work. So I was not paying attention at all at your answers. I was just listening for you to end and trying to do the next one. It didn't work, but regardless, we're going to go through all of them one by one and get you to pick apart those a little bit. I see Luda says spaghetti bolognese is fire. I don't think I've ever even had it, but I've heard good things.
Wait, you haven't had spaghetti bowl?
No. Well, anything, like, any bolognese? No. I had the spaghetti.
I'm sorry.
I am too. So hang on. We'll get there. We'll have the conversation in a second.
I need a
minute. All right, chat. We're gonna wait here for 1 minute. All right. So let's start with your favorite word. This one I got because I thought it was pretty funny. Your favorite word is yeet.
Yep.
Elaborate. Why is yeet the word of choice?
I don't know. I say it so much. I just think it's acceptable in every social situation.
It is acceptable in every social situation.
I love the word yeet. I love it, and I love thinking about what the past tense of yeet could be, and we argue about it a lot.
Yeeted?
Yoded?
But the real question, what is like the plural of moose?
Moose?
Like, is it meese?
1 moose, 2 moose?
Red moose, blue moose, moose.
I don't know.
Mises? Like, yeah, exactly. Like meese. Is it meese? It's meese, right? Mooses?
Moose and geese. Moose and meat.
Yeah, have fun with that one. Yeah, is right. Okay, let's go into the one that everyone's talking about here. Is the favorite food?
Spaghetti bolognese.
Okay. So what about spaghetti bolognese makes it so fire? Why do I need to try this spaghetti bolognese thing?
I can't believe you haven't had it. It's just like, I feel like spaghetti bolognese is a very family meal, you know? You're like, mum gets home and she would like, throw a spaghetti bowl together, and we call it spaghetti bowl in Australia. Wait, everything is shortened. If there's a chance, we'll do it.
Macos, yeah, I'm getting it.
Yeah. So spaghetti bolognese is just, it's like you sit down at the end of the day and there's just like a warm bowl of spaghetti with cheese, like parmesan on it, and it's hearty and it's carbs, so you win.
So my question is, what makes what's the difference between spaghetti and spaghetti bolognese? Like, what's the difference? Is there a difference? Because maybe
Well,
I
it's
have
like
had
the
it then.
same. Well, it's like the same thing, right? But it's just you guys probably don't add the word bolognese because spaghetti is just the pasta. Bolognese is the
Uh,
sauce that goes on it.
okay, then yes, I've had the spaghetti bolognese. Okay,
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 thank
okay, okay, okay. I
God.
was like, I'm looking at like
I
I
was like,
just
you've never just had spaghetti? Like,
yeah, I've had spaghetti. Yeah, yeah, okay. So okay, yes, I have. I thought there was like a certain thing that made bolognese so you know like
oh, it's like a very and it's an easy meal, like, but it's always good. Like, it's always good.
I mean, spaghetti is fire. I mean, that's what we call it here. I mean, I thought you guys were in
It's
you were in the place of shortening things, and apparently that's
yeah, spaghetti
apparently,
bow.
apparently we just call it spaghetti, and that's already shortened enough for us. We just cut the bolognese part out. It's bolognese who? Um, the um, Ozzy, welcome to the chat. How good to see you here. Thanks for joining in here. Um, favorite drink? I did not get this one here. This is where I think I
Chocolate milk.
started giving up. Chocolate milk makes all the problems go away. But tell me,
I
why chalky milk?
I actually sculled 2 cups of chocolate milk for my subathon. I had to chug them, so that was fun.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know. I like I've gone back through a phase where I love chocolate milk again. It's sort of like that phase where you, like, eat toast again. You
Okay.
haven't had toast for, like, 6
Like,
months, and then
like,
you, like, rediscover toast. You're like, "Oh, toast and butter's so good."
I mean, it is. It is good. It's just, I mean, I don't know if I compare it to the same level as chalky milk. I think the next thing you need to do for like a future subathon is a chocolate milk shoey. I think that's the next kind of step up
Oh,
from
I
a.
could never. I could never do a shoey.
Never. Have you never done one before?
I have a foot
No.
phobia.
Oh, interesting. Well, something
Mm.
we'll be listening some more about, and learning some more about. Rediscovering toast. I mean, toast is good. It is. Ginger Ho, welcome to the chat. Tinks, make sure there's always chocolate milk in the fridge. It's a
That's
good thing to
true.
have. It's like a staple. It's a home staple to have chocolate milk in the fridge.
Chocolate milk and strawberry milk is so good.
Okay, so that's what a guest said a couple weeks ago. The Bear Project said his favorite drink was strawberry milk, and I have never
Yeah.
ever tried strawberry milk, but everyone says I need to try it. So there's my spaghetti bolognese for you. Is I've never tried strawberry
Okay.
milk.
Strawberry milk is better than chalky milk. I just always have chalky milk in the house because I never have strawberry milk in the house.
Okay, okay, interesting.
I don't know why. It's just
Vegemite
what
and
I
toast
have.
goes crazy. Ken, are you on the wrong continent?
Mm,
I feel like you're on the wrong continent, Ken.
hang on, let me see if I can reach it.
Hashtag strawberry
I
gang. I
have
mean,
at my desk.
oh my god, always in arm's reach. Don't ever forget that my Vegemite.
Anyway.
That's funny. I'm cultured, baby. Um, I need to ask a question, but the redemption thing is missing. I only have 7 left. But what, Donovan? What's happening? Can someone please fix Donovan's thing? Did you turn it off and it's still missing? Donovan, I think you. What's happened? Can anyone else
Do you
ask
want me to type
questions?
the question for you?
Can it? I know Donovan's question. Donovan, maybe try on your mobile. See if mobile helps.
I can.
Banana milk was my favorite as a kid. Anxious birdie. Banana milk. I've never even tried that before. That seems interesting. Put light Vegemite because that shit is salty. um,
Correct.
Nobody ask it. Oh well, Malty just stole it from you, Donovan. You can fight Malty for that one. You can refund him for that one. Um, favorite number.
8.
Okay, why 8? Has it been on like a sports jersey? Is it a date? What makes 8 the number of choice?
Birthday, and it's always been my volleyball number as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's just it's been everything. It's just always 8.
Okay, that's fair.
It easy,
Um,
you know.
yeah, I mean it's a good one. Banana bread is tremendous. Banana bread is tremendous. Yo, you guys are making me hungry now. Worked on your phone. There you go, Donovan. Um, favorite movie. I missed this one completely.
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. So why? Sell me on Pride and Prejudice. Why is that your favorite movie?
I don't really know the right way to explain it, but there's this one scene with Mr. Darcy, and it's a really good scene, and it's just like I'm a sucker for romance, and it's a beautiful movie, you know. It's so good. I
Okay.
just
Okay.
I can't describe how good the movie is.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, favorite influencer celebrity. You took a little cheat on this one out. Maybe I shouldn't have given you the sub, but you said no one.
This
You
is
said
the thing.
what?
I don't really have like don't like I follow a lot of like streamers and TikTokers and stuff, but I wouldn't say I have a favorite.
Okay. So do you have like a
I
top five? Like, can you give us something? Top three, top 10?
probably, but they'd be all the homies. Like I'd just be I am such a simp for my friends. Like I
That's
have
acceptable though.
hundreds of gift subs and multiple channels. Like I want to support my friends. So I'd probably be them. Probably at at not highest would be probably my roommate, mod, friend, and everything, Tammy. But like even then, I you know,
Okay,
I love people.
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Fair enough. It's all good. A favorite vacation you ever taken? I know you said to United States. Where did you end up going? When and what was the trip kind of revolved around?
So when I was younger, my entire family. So when I say my entire family, I mean there was 17 of us. So like extended family. On my mum's side, we all flew together to Hawaii and then
Oh,
we're there for a week and then flew to like LA and we're there for like 2.5 weeks all together and
You're
we
doing
did
great,
like
Bren.
Universal Studios and like Disneyland and we just it's to this day the best trip I've ever taken because I got to have even though the flight is like ridiculously long, at that point I was on it with like 9 of my cousins. Like it, I feel so sorry for anyone else on that plane because we the entire time I don't remember sleeping on that flight. It was such a good trip. It was the last trip we took with all 17 of us as well. So it was quite a long time ago. I'd say it was almost 9 years ago now.
hmm.
And it was it was just the best time. Like having that many people go to the US together. It was just
That sounds awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. No, I think
yeah.
going. I mean, Disney is perfection of like a
It
trip
was
for
such
me.
a good time.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I've had so many good trips to there, so yeah, no, I think it would be a good one. Ken, if you
Yeah.
want good American experience, come to West Baltimore or Brownsville, New York. LOL. I feel like he's capping. But Ken, I'm always surprised you didn't say Las Vegas. That's more up your alley from what I know of you. Um,
I'm old enough to go now, so
ooh,
next trip,
we doing a Vegas streamer trip? I'm
let's go.
um the favorite animal. I missed this one.
I said penguins, but I have 2.
Okay.
Penguins and otters.
Mm, good ones.
Penguins because I loved the movie Happy Feet.
Fair.
um, I don't have him, but I have a big stuffed penguin as well. We call him Tudor. He's got a split in his stomach, so my mum's stitching him back together. um,
He's having surgery too.
he's got a little boo boo. He had too much stuffing in his belly. Um,
Me.
I was gonna say it was a bit of a mood when he split, and I was like, "Guys, this is me after dinner." Like, I had like a massive meal too. And then
Yeah.
otters because I love that they fall asleep holding hands and that they have a favorite rock. I think that that's like I think that that's just really wholesome. Like
He's quite cute. He's very cute.
they fall asleep holding hands.
Are you crying?
Yeah.
This is not the part of the show you're supposed to be crying at. um,
I just think
the
they're so cute.
favorite season.
Winter.
Okay. So why winter? So obviously you're right now in summer going into fall.
Going into
Right.
summer.
Sorry, going
What will be
into
December? December, January, February is summer.
sorry, going into summer. Sorry then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are in spring?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
like pouring rain out my window.
Always it must be like that, huh? It's raining here. So I mean,
It's just always raining everywhere
yeah,
apparently. I mean,
we're
here usually not.
oh here always it seems like. So why winter? What is why you sell me on winter?
I can't stand summer. Um, I get sunburnt ridiculously easy. Like, I can't describe how easy I get sunburn other than, like, I've been sunburnt hanging out the washing, or, like, I got
Oh,
sunburnt in London.
that
Like, I
isn't it cloudy there like all the time?
that is correct. So, summer's not overly my favorite. Plus here, like, especially in, like, my hometown, we can get, like, 45, 46. I think the highest we've had is, like, 48 degrees, like, Celsius, which I wouldn't know in Fahrenheit. I don't know if you guys Celsius, Fahrenheit. Uh, I
Celsius,
don't know.
Celsius, Celsius.
Okay, so it gets warm, a little bit warm. So winter's more comfortable. I live in tracky pants, and when summer comes around, I
Mood.
get so upset that I can't wear trackies because it's just too hot. And so I will wear trackies up to the point that I physically cannot wear them anymore. Like I gotta cook them trackies, tracksuit pants, um, sweatpants. I don't know what you
Yeah, no,
call
no,
them.
we get Australians. Australians cut everything down to short. We get.
Yeah, so we like trackies is my life. So when I can't wear them anymore, I get really sad. So if I can wear trackies and like a hoodie, I'll live in it.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I mean, hey, same here, pretty much. And then favorite gift you've ever received. You struggle with this one. I think it was because you watched it. You stopped looking at the questions and you started reading the time, clicking down. So
Yeah,
what did you say? Because I did not hear this one, but I know you did
my
finish it.
PC.
Your PC. That's right. Okay, so who got the PC
So
for you? And tell us the
well, I
story.
didn't exactly get my entire PC. That
Okay.
would be the God's given entire world. But so obviously minus all my peripherals and my monitors and stuff. So my actual just PC, I split half half with my family for my 21st birthday. Um, so I got like half of my PC for my 21st birthday, and that's how I ended up here, and it's how I've met a lot of my friends now who I call family. So like best gift ever.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a really cool gift. That's awesome. I mean, PCs are not cheap, so that's like a really cool gift.
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
so, like, all of
half
my
is awesome.
extended family and, yeah, everyone helped me put money towards building my own PC.
You know, for those of you that don't have a PC, and maybe like you're like on the thing of like, okay, I have the money, but I don't know if I should spend it all on that. I waited so long. I am 24 right now, and I finally just this year, because of streaming and a couple friends that basically urged me to do it, and finally take the leap of faith, bought it. It has probably been the best investment I have ever made. And I've said this to Halian, who Halian can confirm.
Yep.
If anyone knows Halian, who's been a past guest on the show, and is one of the best investments you can do yourself as a streamer. As a gamer, it's a good one too. But just kind of overall, like the things I've been able to do with this PC versus my old MacBook Pro, day and night. There's not even a question between the two. Um, the it's just so crazy what you can do with a PC compared to like what other computers have had. And I would just say it's definitely worth
Like,
getting.
I, like, had never really considered it, and then, Tammy, my, like, friend that I was talking about earlier, she had sort of, like, introduced me to Twitch and introduced me to different people, and I was sort of like, "This is a vibe, like, I could do that." And then, like, she was like, "I'm gonna get a PC. You should get one. We can, like, actually game together." Because at the time, like, I had a gaming laptop, but even then, like, I was using it for university. I couldn't really support a lot of things. And I was like, "Yeah, okay." So, like, I had, like, talked to my family about it and was like, "This is what I wanna do. This is what I wanna get. This is the build and how much it would cost, for my birthday, for Christmas." Like, all of my extended family, "Is there anything you could help me to put towards it?" And everyone put something in, and I finished off the rest and got all my peripherals and stuff, and yeah, definitely the best thing I've ever done.
That's
Like,
awesome.
without a doubt. Don't regret it for a second.
Awesome. When did you get that? When did you buy that?
Almost a year ago.
Okay.
I'm
So
about to turn
just last
22,
Christmas.
so yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
So
That's
my
awesome.
this is my first ever PC, first time ever gaming, and I got it like built it like early January this year.
Exciting. So yeah, so I got mine in April, I think. And so yeah,
Yeah.
new PC gang, what's up?
Let's go.
Exactly. So that is quick questions. That is all 10 questions. You did pretty good. You did really good. For
Did
a
our
thing.
best.
Yeah, I can tell the nerves in there. However, we have a couple questions from people that are in the viewership here. So I'm going to read them out to you here. Donovan, can you confirm, there's been just the three, right? The multi and your one, which is the same one, and the one from Iggy. Can you just double check for me, make sure I didn't miss any of them? However, we're going to start with the one from Multi, and then Donovan telling Multi to screw off, and that's his question. Which, I mean, to be fair, it is Donovan's question. I will say that. And this question is it's a question that we've had every single episode. No guesses got out of here without this question. So you're going to be put on the spot in this one. And you're going to have to answer this one. And this is where we get to apparently the deep part of the show, which is a little weird. So the question is toilet paper. The first question. It's one of three.
Right.
It's toilet paper. Over or under?
Over.
Okay. Well, past point one. Check. Good. Great.
Without a doubt.
Number two is when you wipe.
Fold or scrunch.
Yep. Oh, you've been here. All right, go on.
Oh no. There used to be an ad that played on the TV that was always like the family divided in two because half folded and half scrunched.
Well, funny enough, this came from another Aussie creators, which is probably where the ads was played in, Sweet Mango. So I mean that's very possible. Yeah. So is it fold or scrunch? Fold. Okay. Fold. Iggy, scrunch. Interesting. Okay. You know. Oh. Iggy, I love how you live on the edge. That's what I love about you. Just one finger away from going up the pooper. The second one, or the third one, the final one, is when you wipe. Is it going front to back or back to front?
I don't want to go into detail, but you have to go front to back if you're a woman. Like, you can't go the other way. You're going to cause issues.
I mean, it's true. It's true. So that is the toilet paper question. You can always find out a lot about a person about how they wipe. It's one thing we've learned in Connections. True. We have another question here from Iggy, the scruncher. If someone gave you and two friends a round trip vacation tomorrow, who would you take and where would you go and why?
I'd take my two roommates, Tammy and Ginger. And where we would go? That's a good question. I don't know where we would go. We'd probably all have different ideals of where we'd want to go. We'd probably be like 3 different places, so we're all happy. But literally anywhere. After COVID, I think we're all keen to get out of our house and like.
Honestly, we're on the street.
Time outside, like literally, like go for a walk. That'd be nice. We've been in Melbourne for most of it, so
lots of lockdowns.
Lockdown city in the world, yeah.
Rough, yeah.
So I think we'd be pretty keen to go anywhere as long as we get to go out and have a drink.
No kidding, for sure. I don't know if anyone saw there, but I burst out laughing reading Ken's thing that he put. Ken put, I never wipe. I shit standing up when I'm an adult. It's like, what? Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. Good for you.
Is that part of being an adult, Ken? Did I miss that in the brochure? Like, I was
gonna say, I'm never gonna be an adult.
And hi B, welcome in. Good to see you here. You came at a weird time. But you know how the show works. So I mean, hey, it's whatever. So that's guest questions. We're going on to for why do you guys still use toilet paper still? I mean, some of us can't afford bidets, Iggy. All right, we're not all rich like you. All right. So that is quick questions, and then we did the guest questions. If you guys have any more, anything in there, it's in the brochure, Ken. All right, sure. Now it's time for some of my questions, and some of the questions that I'll ask you here for a little bit here before we hit our first break. The first one is, what made you want to begin streaming? What was the thing that wanted you to press that go live button first? What was that kind of push for you?
Time. I had been a part of a couple different communities on Twitch, and I just how instantly I had friends and a family it was something different. I don't know how to explain it, but you get it when you start streaming or when you're in someone's stream. The connections you make become very strong very quickly. Yeah, keyword. Bonus points.
Definitely.
And so after I had experienced that in other people's streams and other people's chats, I was like, I want that. Like, I want other people to be able to come in and get that from not from me, but like with me, if that makes sense. Like
Mhm.
other people have given me that opportunity to make friends and meet new people. I want to give other people that chance. Like, and I'm so glad that I did. Like, again, I've met so many people that I never would have met ever in my entire life. And they've become my family. I've become so close with them. And I would never have done that if I didn't stream. And it's such a weird concept to think that of like, if I didn't go live that one day or I didn't play in that specific game at that specific time, these people who are the biggest parts of my life, like I never would have met. And I'm just so thankful that I did. Like, I just, yeah.
It's very crazy. I can definitely relate. And I mean, hey, you said it in your spiel. There's a reason why this name is called Connections of this podcast. There's a reason.
Yeah.
Is to make kind of get to know other people and get to kind of bring people closer to each other and get to know each other and make friends and make that kind of community feeling with between each other. Um, you have like people, for instance, every single one of my mods I have never met in real life. Um,
Mhm.
every single one that I've ever had as a mod on here is I've never met in real life. It's always been people I've met online through communities, through other things like that. Um, I I'm very very fortunate. To be able to be in that position where I have people that are willing to kind of support in a kind of sense like that and bully me for free.
That's what mods are for.
Exactly right. And the I think as far as that, like it's definitely a weird concept to be able to get to meet every single Tuesday. I've been able to come on here and meet like-minded people that are interested in sharing their perspective and how their life has been up to this point and how they kind of perceive life. And it's just the coolest thing to me. So yeah, no, I can definitely relate to kind of how
Yeah.
cool this is.
It's
Um,
just such a weird concept to think about, and I love it
it
at the
is.
same
It really
time.
is. Like for instance, we're practically across the world from each other and talking
Yeah.
in front of a bunch of amazing people that have decided to spend the day with us. Like,
They're
that's
all spread throughout the world as well.
exactly, which is even crazier, like across different continents as well, which is even more crazier.
Yeah.
We probably are pretty close to having all the continents covered too, which is kind of crazy too, which is even
I
more
love
cooler.
it.
Yeah. Um, what is the TLDR version of your life from little Tink, little tiny Tink, to Tink sitting on connections? What is those little stories in between that gets us from the first memories to now?
Gotta be careful not to throw my two truths and one lie in there.
True.
Well, I guess like I was born in Australia, always been here, I've never left. Well, I mean, I have left, I've been overseas and stuff, but um, I don't know. I grew up in a very small country town with my family. Like, I was really lucky. Um, I've always had very big support from my family. And so when I moved when I was 18, 19, I moved like 6 hours away to Melbourne to go to university to study. Um, I was so lucky that I had my family behind me, and like I will always have my family behind me no matter where I am. Um, and I'm always gonna be thankful for that. Like I like the one stable thing, and I think a lot of people would be the same. Like the one thing you always have is your family, and like I would never not have my family. I am one of three girls, so I have two sisters. Um, oh my god, they're like my best friends. Like that's pretty much the only thing that I could always take away from growing up to now is that I've always had my sisters and I'll always have my sisters.
Hmm.
Um, so like I guess like that's the things that you always miss is living together because we're spread out now. We probably all live depending on where I am because I'm always the one that's bouncing between my hometown and Melbourne. Probably within like 6.5 hours of each other, and that's just it's we're in the same state. We're still close. We're not that far, but at the same time, like it's hard. But that's it. Like that's my entire life is my family, I guess, which is wild for like some people. I guess that they're like, "Wow, you're so close with your family." Like I get it from my friends all the time. It's like the first person I call when something goes wrong, or like I know, like everyone's like, "Oh, like what do you like?" like, "You've got a crush on someone." The first person you call is your best friend. I'm like, "The first person I call is my mum." Like, "Mum, there's this person I like," and she's like, "Oh, tell me about them."
Aw.
Like to the first person I wanna call. Like, my sister's the first people I wanna tell when something goes wrong. So, like, yeah, it's just yeah, we're ridiculously close. Like, concerningly close sometimes, but, like, we're very similar. We look pretty much like triplets. We
Aw.
act very similar, like, sort of trip out some of my friends when they meet my family for the first time, because they just sit there and they just look at us all and they're like, "Wow, like, can't tell your siblings." Like, "Oh my god." We're just sitting there like, all the exact same. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the TLDR is I'd be lost without my family.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. We have
Yeah.
another guest question. This comes from Sneaky. What is the very first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning?
Check my phone.
I think
It's
that
such a bad, like I think so many people do it, but at the same time, it's such a big thing of don't check your phone at the first thing in the morning. But
it's so hard not
the
to.
first thing I'm doing is I'm rolling over and I'm like, "Good morning, world."
Yeah, yeah, right.
Scroll.
Yeah, exactly.
How are all my friends? Like,
Really.
who's going to bed? Better say goodnight.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, I can't really say I wake up in the morning, but like first thing
Yeah.
I do when I wake up, I
First thing when
guess.
you wake up. Period. Question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with Pugs. Pugs said I check my phone automatically because I use as my alarm too. That's like
Yeah.
exactly like I think that's kind of why mine is because I use my phone as alarm, and then once it's set off, the first thing you see is the notifications. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna
Gonna
check
reply
it.
and
Not gonna
deal
check
with
it.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I'm not like where Donovan said he's spending at least 30 minutes in bed scrolling. Like I'm not that long. I mean, sometimes, definitely sometimes, but not always. Which is, I mean, for me, okay. But yeah, I don't know. 30
I
minutes.
would spend 30 minutes, but that's probably just because I spend 30 minutes trying not to like snooze my alarm. So instead I was just like really like one eye open, like look at my phone. Like
If only like, could you imagine? See, this is why I don't want any like phone like providers to ever like have like a camera like that can see me like and like video record me because all they're gonna see is in the morning is just like
yeah,
all
it's like
morning
that
long.
double chin, like trying to show your phone that,
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. Like, eyes
Hello?
like barely open type of thing. Like,
It's like
yeah,
really bright and you're just
yeah.
like, why is the brightness all the way down? Like go further.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like looking like an alien to your screen, exactly.
Yeah.
The do you have any secrets, hobbies, or skills that most people would not know about you without releasing too much of your two truths and a lie?
Yeah. Like uh volleyball, I guess. I'm a very uncoordinated person,
Okay,
which is very well known. I have
I've
a
heard about
skill
this.
command.
Yes,
It hit 50. That is 50 spills, and it only
I
counts
saw.
if it goes on my keyboard or my like equipment stuff. So just spills on my desk or on myself don't count.
Yeah, because I when I was looking through clips, I saw you like you're like, oh, it's been a minute since we've used the spill command, and then you're like,
Instantly spilt
well,
and was like, "Oh, goddamn!"
types it
Like,
in.
yeah, I know the exact one because
Yeah.
I remember we were laughing about it. We were like, "We haven't used the spill command like 2 weeks," and I was like, "I'm gonna go an entire month without it. Watch me," and then instantly just spill my drink. And I was just like, "Oh god!" It's like I don't have spatial awareness. So I just knock everything on my desk. I'm not allowed to have open drinks. So like my cup of tea is like the far. Oh, it's not even tea, but the farthest like reach from me, so I don't swing my arm and knock it. Um, but I play volleyball, and I played a lot of volleyball, like, growing up. Like, 5, 6 days a week. A lot of
That's a lot of
volleyball.
volleyball, yeah. So, like, I'm assuming you played at like a
Uh,
high level for volleyball then.
yeah,
Okay.
I did. Which when I try to explain to people, they're like, "You like an asthmatic who wears glasses and you have no spatial awareness." I'm like, "Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
I played volleyball."
it worked awesome.
Yeah. I can't even walk up the flight of stairs in my own house without getting to the top and being like, like, I can't breathe. But I loved it, and I wasn't great. I wasn't bad, but I wasn't my sister who was like amazing. But I made it through. I did something.
Okay.
Um, That's probably, like, my biggest, like one of my biggest, I guess, like, hidden talents. Other than that, I can do a Rubik's Cube in under a minute.
Interesting. Okay.
I usually would be like, "Here, I'll prove it," but, all of my cubes are in my other house. So
I was gonna ask
they're,
you
like,
to
6
later.
hours away.
Ah, dang it. Can anyone like get to
Uh,
Melbourne quick and
yeah.
Tiggs?
Someone just drive over.
To toss it out the window. um, what's it called? So that's the questions I have for you for right now because we're gonna hit a break in a second here. We're gonna
Mhm.
come back though. And we're gonna do two choose one lie. We might, if the chat gets the correct thing, and I see Pugs in here, and Pugs is known for getting the truth or getting the two choose one lie right every time.
Mm.
They're great. They're great at it. They're amazing. It's very impressive at, by the
I
way.
reckon Pugs would already know one of the answers too.
Well, Pugs, stay here. Don't go anywhere. I feel last time I did that. We don't talk about that, Pugs. All right. We're going to Pugs. We count on you. Oh, sorry, that was a Tiggs. Tiggs, we counting. Yeah, Tiggs. If you can, Tiggs would be a bit too much if she committed. If she, a bit too committed if she delivered a Rubik's Cube right now. I mean, Tiggs. um, Tiggs meets Tink? Question mark. Tiggs on connections? Question mark.
Let's go.
We will be right back shortly. If the chat gets it right, we're going to be giving away a $10 gift card for either Steam, Xbox, PlayStation Store, wherever you use any sort of gaming things. We'll give you the $10 gift card for. We'll be doing the giveaway later if you guys in chat get the poll right of what is the proper cap in two choose one lie. But don't go anywhere. We're gonna play some reels. We're gonna take a break. And then we're going to be right back with two choose one lie. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a second. Maybe go get some water. Enjoy those reels. We'll see you in a sec.
You know, I lost my grandmother, and I lost someone who was basically a father to me during that time. And I think that's actually one of the things that created a turning point for me was when I lost that person and the person that I was with told me that I just had to get over it. And I think mental abuse is something that's not talked about enough. I want people to know because I want people to be able to learn. If there is somebody in your life that is telling you how to dress and how to act and who to talk to and who to be around, that person is toxic and is not worth a moment of your time.
What is your biggest fear in life?
Regret. So I never want to put myself in a shoulda, woulda, coulda scenario. I want to know that I did my best in every scenario that I've ever been across. I want to know that if I thought I should be doing it, I did it. Even if I tried, who cares? I tried. If I failed, whatever, I tried. But I never want to regret not doing something. This is how I see it. You get born, there's that dash in the middle, and then you die. So it's all about, did you make your life worthwhile? Did you live to the fullest? Did you enjoy that moment? Because you got to remember, everything that you did, you don't take with you. Everything that you gained, you don't take with you. You got to understand that I got to enjoy what's here in the now. So absolutely, my biggest fear in this world will always be regret.
You're watching Connections, a podcast about human connections, premiering every Tuesday on Twitch TV/Brengra. What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
You live your life for you and you don't live it for anybody else. In reference at the time, it was about my dad and how I wanted to live my life, and you live your life for you. This is your life. You make it the way you want to. You're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time type thing. Do whatever makes you happy.
What life-changing event have you experienced?
So I was dating a girl and she just disappeared out of nowhere and she didn't really tell me why. Her parents showed up. Her mom gave me a letter. I was like, oh wait, where is she? It's just like, she recently passed away. That was like a life-changing moment to me because like in the letter it says, I apologize for not letting you know what happened to me because I didn't want you to be in the same pain where I was going to, because at the time she didn't tell me, but she had cancer. I was like, wow, I didn't know what that meant. That explains why she was very distant to me towards the end of the relationship. And what the note says, I apologize if your outlook on life or love changed because of me, but if you find someone that you truly love, don't let go of them.
Who do you feel closest to?
Like my nan, so my dad's grandma. She passed away because of dementia. That hurt me a lot because I was really close with her. For my 13th birthday, I was having a party at my house and she called an ambulance on herself and she forgot my name. And that kicked me in the ass. And when I lost her, I couldn't stop crying. Even now, I hate crying. But she was an amazing person. Like, she would give me change to go and help with her shopping. She would tell me all these stories of the war in London and stuff when she got evacuated. Like, you could sit down and have a conversation with her for days on end. She was such a beautiful person.
What is a lesson in life that you had to find out the hard way?
One of my first kind of really serious online relationships. We spent a lot of time together, very condensed. Due to their home life, they had to take an abrupt exit from everything online. First it was maybe every other day, which was that's a little weird. And then it became 3 days, 4 days, a week at a time. And I just had to sit with that giant question mark. And I got basically a one message heads up after not hearing from them about why things could not continue. And it was just a lot of external forces that caused some issues. All their social media has vanished. They're gone. And I haven't heard from them since. And sometimes you cannot get closure. Sometimes you just have to move on without knowing the answer.
If you could ask a single person one question, and they had to answer truthfully, who would you ask and what would you ask? And they could be dead or alive.
I think I would ask my dad if he wanted to be around more.
I feel like I wanted him around, but I never knew how to ask. I always kind of wondered that. And clearly being almost 30, it still kind of eats at me. But I do think about that a lot. I always wonder if he wanted to be around more and he just maybe didn't know how to, or what was it there that happened? Because I think not only me, but I think my sisters needed him too. I think we needed him and he wasn't there, and I never understood why. And I don't even know. Maybe he would say I don't know. And that's okay, but I think there would be some sort of answer that I could say, okay, I can accept this.
If you wrote a book about your life up to now, what would the final line say?
I think it would end with something along the lines of, and she was happy. I think the ultimate goal of life is to achieve happiness. I hope happiness for every single person. That is the ultimate goal. It just perfectly summarizes it. You just want to be happy in life. I don't have to be big and famous and be filthy rich. I just want to be happy. That's all I want. It's very simple, but I just want to be happy.
What is the best advice that you have ever received?
It was to prioritize myself. I was always worried about my friends, and eventually that took a toll on me. My therapist was like, you have to focus on yourself. At the end of the day, you can't help everyone as much as you want to, and you can't please everyone. So focus on yourself, really understand how you're feeling, and set your boundaries. You have to prioritize your well-being.
What is the best piece of advice? Welcome back. Hello, everyone. How's it going? What's up? We're back. We're back. What's up? Mr. Kangaroo, you miss me. We always miss you, Ken. We back. We back, Pugs. We back. Exclamation mark. Not question mark. Exclamation mark, Pugs. We're back, and we're about to play Two Truths, One Lie. But if you haven't already, I hope you enjoyed the reels there. Hello, Ali. How's it going? That's my beautiful, lovely girlfriend with that conductor train right beside her name. Good to see you. Welcome back. How's mom's house going? hanging out at mom's. You came in just in time. Also for 2 Choose 1 Lie. So we're going to be playing that. I hope you guys enjoy the reels. Exclamation mark reels if you want to go see any more of those. See some of the things we posted on Instagram and things like that. You good? You're coming home? Sounds good. We'll see you very soon. And realize I had a train. I didn't realize that either, Pugs. Where did that pop up? Or did you just add that on? I see you added on. That's cool. Toot toot. So we're gonna play 2 Choose 1 Lie. Maybe you've never been here. Maybe you're like, what is 2 Choose 1 Lie? What does it mean? Why is everyone so hyped about it? Well, there's a couple things we're excited about, and well, I mean, just look at the intro. Just direct your screen to, or your eyes to your screen. Direct your screen to the eyes. Direct your eyes to the screen. That's what I do every morning when I wake up. I direct my screen to my eyes and blind myself. But here is the intro for 2 Truths, 1 Lie. Much like the quick questions, there is also 3 rules. The first rule is that the guests can be providing 3 statements about themselves. 2 are a fact and 1 is a lie. Number 2 is that the viewers are going to be able to guess the false statement by voting in a poll. If the viewers are correct, one of the viewers will get a prize. You must be in the Discord to claim, and you have to have 5. Subs will get 5 entries. If me, Bren, chooses the correct false statement, one of the viewers will become a VIP on this channel. And because we are currently maxed out on our VIPs, you, Tink, will be choosing one person, if we get this, to be removed as a VIP out of the family. We're kicking someone out of the family today. So, I mean, no pressure. Maybe I'm in danger. Yeah, exactly, Pugs.
In danger.
So you're gonna pick someone else to replace that spot at the stream. So, nope, no pressure.
I should have made this harder.
It might not. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. So I'm gonna give the floor to you to let us know what is. Oh, and by the way, sorry, before I actually do that, we're playing for a $10 Steam gift card, a PlayStation gift card, or an Xbox gift card. Keep that in mind. There's $10 going to that. And you might be asking yourself, well, how the heck is this guy paying for all this? Well, you can go check out our merch. And that's the merch store. Brent's Closet is what sponsored this. Enjoy the little ad there. Hugs, you're most definitely right. There is some families that aren't here though. So I mean, you are correct. Maybe we have some easy pickings to do today. However, this is 2 Choose 1 Lie. Tink, I'm going to give you the floor to tell us your 3 statements. No particular order, just your 3 statements of what and which we will peel apart here. I'm going to start writing them down just so I don't forget them. Please, have at it.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
I have never been on a real date.
Okay.
I'm 5'5", and I'm a qualified dance teacher. Are my 3 statements.
Qualified dance teacher. Okay. So we're going to start a poll here in just a moment. So in the poll there, I see you're already guessing here, Ken, but you have to guess in the poll there for it to count. So number 1 is you've never been on a real date. Number 2 is that you are 5'5", and number 3, you are a qualified dance teacher. So 3 great ones. There's 3 good ones. I will give you that. They're 3 really good ones. I'm assuming we're not talking Sims here for number 1. We're talking about real life. You've never been on a real date, number 1. Number 2 is that you are 5'5", and number 3 is that you're a dance teacher. So make sure you guys haven't already. The poll is up. The poll is in chat. You just look a little above there. It should be in there. I see number 2 taking a lot of people are saying number 2 is the cat. 5'5" is not your height. Your people are thinking you're a little bit either shorter or taller, but you're not 5'5". I mean, it's that. You've never been on a real date, which is kind of an interesting tone to put on there, is the real date thing. And the qualified dance teacher, no one's touching that one. Everyone believes that one. Maybe you've said something, maybe people are just not buying into it. But a lot of people are going 5'5". I see it at 82% right now of people are saying number 2. However, that doesn't mean anything. We've seen this flip up before. We've seen this totally change over. But I see a lot of confidence in 5'5". I think she mentioned she's tall AF. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Energy?
Sorry?
I give tall energy.
Yeah, asserting dominance of your tall energy. Exactly. Well, I mean, we're gonna find out in a second here. Multi, I know the answer. Lol. I mean, Ken, spill it. I see a lot of people going number 2. However, in the break, you said Multi and Pugs might know the answer, which scared me a little bit. And let's go. And I see 2 people have selected number 1, which scares me a little bit. I see a lot of people in chat going number 2, however, we'll see. I'm interested to see what these are, because these are all great ones. So number 1, if you haven't already voted, make sure you get your vote in there. As like I said, we're giving away some things here. Is that number 1 was never been on a real date. Number 2 is that you're 5'5", and number 3 is that you're a qualified dance teacher. So make sure that you are voting there. We're looking for the lie. We're looking for the lie, chat. I see a lot of people going number 2 still. We're still at 82% there. If you haven't already done there, it's fun to mess with the brand by voting weirdly. It really is, Pugs. It's funny for you guys because you guys don't get the giveaway, which I mean, and I get to save more money. However, I see number 2 taking a high lead here. And I can't tell. I can't tell if it's Pugs. I know I'm taller than her, but I would have remembered if it was exactly 1 foot difference. Pugs, I feel like you win.
The only 2 people who have actually voted number 1 was actually Molten Pugs.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So number 2 is what the chat has decided. Now it's my turn to decide. So I've got 3 things to choose from here, of course. Is number 1 being that the lie is that you've never been on a real date, which would assume that you have been on a real date, which is interesting. I'd be interested to hear. Hug, stop messing with me. I don't like it. Number 2 is that you are 5'5". Number 3 is that you're a qualified dance teacher. Hopefully not protect my VIP. I don't like this. Multi and Pugs are really messing with me right now. Trust your mods. Multi, see, there's where the line is crossed. Trust my mods. For some things, yes. These things, no. And then qualified dance teacher, no one went with, which is a little bit interesting to me. But I feel like there's like a reason for that. However, I know
me has a 10-minute conversation about how uncoordinated I am.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with. Oh my goodness, this is getting harder by the second because I'm overthinking this now. I'm thinking about like volleyball, and I'm like 5'5". I'm like, oh, but 5'5". I've also seen. I just had a random guess. Ain't gonna lie. I mean, hashtag Brent hates mods. All right. We'll see at the top, Donovan, when it goes trending. No. I'm going to go with chat out today. I'm going to go with chat, and I'm going to say 5'5" is the lie. Am I correct, Tink? Please let me know.
You are. I'm 5'11".
Wait, what? That's a lie. Yes. I was like, wait a second. I was like, what?
I'm 5'11".
So that is a lie. That's right. So, chat, this has been a little while since we've been all right. Run that success. Well, awesome. It's been a dry streak. It's been a dry streak out here on connections for when we've gotten both right. We've had, I think in the last stream, I think we had both of them wrong. So 5'11". Okay, so there's so I mean there's a little bit of realness to that one. You're 5'11", so I mean there's the 5 in there at least. But definitely not 5'5". Okay, so fair enough. So let's start with the dance teacher part. Let's start with the dance teacher part, and I'm kind of interested here. Is like what?
I am a qualified dance teacher. I did dance for 13 and a half years. I started when I was 2.5. Yeah. So I could run and get my diploma if you want it. I could show it off. It's in this house.
I'll trust you on that one. I'll trust you on that one.
But yeah, so it's like my sneaky hidden fact that people don't realize, because yeah, as I said, like I'm unfit and uncoordinated, so no one expects it when I'm like, yeah, I'm a qualified dance teacher. They're like, wait, what? And I'm just like, yep.
That's kind of interesting. Chat, just because I see you guys all talking about Tink's height, how tall do you think I am? Put in chat. I'm interested
My
to see.
favorite question to ask.
It is a good one.
What do you
It is a
compare?
great
And they're
good
always
one.
like, "Are you kidding me? Like, when you talk and the way you sit on your chair, you always say how small you are. You've got to be under 5'4", and I'm like, I'm 5'11". They're all like, what? What?
That is actually a good one too. Is what genre of dance do you teach? By the way, that is a good one.
So I'm qualified to teach theatrical jazz and tap.
Okay.
The ones you don't expect, right?
Yeah. The jazz part is a little more like the tap. I mean, the tap I can kind of get. But I think the theatrical jazz is a little bit of a surprise.
All the link.
Yeah. I hate you guys. Friend 5'3", Multi 4'1", Bugs 4'11", Friend 4'2", Iggy 5'8". It's a decent
Yeah, I'll
answer.
go 5'9".
I see Birdie
I'd like to think I'm
5'9".
taller.
My own girlfriend says 4 feet, which I would be shorter than you, Alyssa, by like a foot and a half, basically. If Ali Cross negative has to be true, I hate you all. I will say no one has guessed it. I will put that in there. No one has guessed it properly in chat. I might not tell you guys. Maybe we'll leave this for a connections episode.
What?
A future one. Yeah, that's you 5'4". I hate you. So
I've never been on a date.
yeah. Really? So what consists of real date? Is there anything that's like
Not even a real. I've never been on a date. Like, just such a. We had this conversation. I think, like, I would say, like 2 weeks ago,
okay?
and everyone was like, "Oh, like dating's hard," and I was like, "I've never been on a date." Everyone was like, "But you've been in relationships." I was like, "But I've never been asked on a date.
Interesting.
Never." Like, yeah, I just have never been on a date. I usually end up like dating my homies, like in a relationship with my friends, and I guess you never go through the dating stage of the like, go out to dinner and get to know each other on a date or whatever because you know each other inside out already, I guess. Like, what's it like being
Yeah, I saw it. Okay, I saw it. Yes. Pugs. Well, since you asked, Pugs, being 4'10", being 4'10", you guys are such assholes. Well, it's the weather's different, than most people. So yeah, it's a little different. How's the weather up there, Pugs? Assuming you're taller than 4'11" or 4'10", sorry. Jeez.
I'm massive.
Yeah, exactly. You just tower over me, Bugs. The weather is great in 6'5" land. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
I get
worst.
called short by some of my friends because they're like, "Yeah, you won't even make it to 6 foot." I'm like, I'm close. I gave it up. I gave it my all.
I'm not even close. I'm 4'10", so I mean,
No, wasn't it just 4 foot?
I'm just. Someone needs to Photoshop a picture of me, like.
Cut half your body out.
If anyone could do that, please post on the Discord. I'd love to see. I think it'd be hilarious. We're on 5'1". We short kings out here. No shot. You're 4'1", Ken. There's no shot. Not a single shot. No need to Photoshop one is accurate. We love a short king. There's no way. Ken, you give off like 6'1" energy, so there's no way you're 5'1". There's not a shot. There's no chance. It's not possible. So we have a couple things to talk about here. We've gotten the giveaway. We've also gotten the new next VIP. So we need a couple things here. Either do you want to do the VIP now, or do you want to wait later into the stream?
Think about it, because that's scary.
Yeah,
if
think
I
about
have
it.
to
Okay.
choose someone to lose it.
Fair. So I
I'll
will
be,
say.
like, blindly just like.
So I will say there is currently 7 VIPs. Nope, that's not the right command. Exclamation mark VIPs. 2 of which are non-negotiable. You are not allowed to take out. That is my actual mother and my actual girlfriend. Those ones do not leave that category. There's 5 that are not blood-related family members that have been chosen as you will be doing in the past. And those people are Pugs. Yeah, exactly. Pugs, B, Dre, Wolf, and Damien. I will say we do have 2 people that are not here. I don't know if that's going to change your mind. It might. Maybe you want to take some anger out in Pugs today. I don't know. But I will say is that I know that I've seen Pugs, Bee, and Wolf all point here. Iggy, you made a bit of an issue here. But I think, Iggy, even though you don't read, Iggy, I might give you a buy on this one. If you're interested. We have a channel point command, which is called Pick Me. It's a little hand up. It's a 50-point thing. You can only redeem it once throughout stream. Donovan, if it has already been redeemed, I don't know if it'll send it back, but if you can you send it to the, yeah, can't replace me. It's a little hard to, babe. What's it called is, if you can, please post those. You can refund it to Iggy. If not, just we'll figure something else out. Why redeemed it? I know you were it literally says don't redeem it until prompted, Iggy, but you're like, oh, I'm gonna click this. What a bot. So keep that in mind. If you guys are interested, couldn't refund it. Okay, whatever. Iggy, I'm gonna put you in there anyways. I got you today. Next time, can't refund the pick me. It's all good. That's fine. That's fine. Iggy, we're gonna give you this one as a buy. Iggy, your hand's already raised. We'll let you hear. If you're interested in becoming a VIP on this channel and joining the very the family, we joining the family, Bren's residence, the family, being a part of the family, I need you to please raise your hand and pick me using your channel points in the chat right now. I'm going to quickly go and set up the giveaway for the $10 gift card to Steam or wherever that is. Keep in mind, you need to be in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, !Discord right now. Does that mean I can stop being a mod? What do you mean? Does that mean you can stop? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? What happened that you all of a sudden think you can't be a mod now? I'm confused.
Letter of resignation sliding under the door right now.
Is that what's happening underneath there? Pick me. Yeah, really. That's Donovan's way out. Pugs. I mean, I don't think that's possible. Okay, so we're gonna set up the giveaway here. Is he quitting? LOL. I could be your assistant. My assistant? I mean, that'd be cool. We're going to set up the giveaway here. If you haven't already, put the pick me's in chat. You got only a little bit of time left till we select someone from there. Tink's putting her name in. By all means, you're more than welcome to. I just
forgotten what it was. I wanted to click the button.
That's fair.
I've already forgotten what we're doing.
That's some real ADHD energy right there.
Nope.
Xbox gift card, Xbox store gift card. Yeah, all the mods trying to leave you here. Mods, if one of you guys get chosen, are we gonna let you choose someone? Did I do that right? I didn't even check my spelling on this one. All right, we're starting the giveaway. ! Enter to get your name in there. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen here so you guys can see what I'm talking about, so you know what I mean. I see already a couple people getting in there. That's awesome. Make sure your name is on here. If your name is not on here, I cannot give you anything. You cannot win. We will be doing the draw in the Discord after. All you need to do is ! Enter, get in there. I see Pugs, I see Donovan, I see Tiggs, I see Wolf, I see Ali. We're giving away a gift card to someone. Someone's going to win it today in the thing. Tink, you're more than welcome to win. There you go. in there. Iggy, I see you. Multi, I see you. Make sure. What? Pugs. You don't have to give subs. Thank you, Pugs. You're so nice.
Take the VIP, right?
Right? Really though.
Right?
Wait, what?
Has to be safe.
Yeah, really. Pugs is really just like, what did Pugs said something too? Pugs said something else here too. What did Pugs say? I missed it, and I can't find it because the chat is so small right now for me.
My Insta Overwatch was threatened.
Yeah, I think it takes 5 more seconds. That's fair. That's fair, Pugs. That's fair. If you want to be a part of this, we're going to be doing the giveaway after. All you do is exclamation mark enter. And anyone that wants to be picked on the VIP, please put your hands up now, please. As we will be about to be giving it away in just a moment here and choosing someone from the chat to be a part of this. So, that's the wrong screen. So, Tink, the time has come. You're going to have to pick someone. I think your job's going to be a little bit easy today, though.
Can I just like blindly just like...
I mean, you can, but unfortunately, your choice is going to be a little bit easy today. Well, kind of.
Why? You're gonna help me pick?
We have 2 people that are eligible to be chosen today. However, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people enter, but 2 people are unfortunately not able to be 4 people are not able to be entered into this. So, I think that leaves us with 2 people. That being someone by the name of AliasTinker and Iggy.
What's
So,
it for again?
What's it for? So we're giving away VIP. The VIP for this channel, becoming part of the family. The mods are losing their minds that they can't be chosen here. You guys get to be in the giveaway. Calm down.
Put your swords away. Why would I choose? But why would I choose myself?
I mean,
Mo, why would I do that?
you definitely could, by all means. If we don't qualify, we riot. Right time. You guys are too much. Calm down.
Keep a riot win. Well, I guess I just give it to Iggy, right?
All right. Well, hey, that's fair. I mean, you could have chosen yourself. I'm not going to stop you from choosing yourself. But Iggy, welcome to the family. However, now is the real hard part. You gotta let go of someone. Someone's got to go. I need you to choose from someone from that list that you chose, though. Those 5 other ones that you chose. I didn't hear any of that. Your microphone cut out for all of that.
I'm so sorry. That's good. I said I don't know anyone. I feel bad.
And that's okay. And hey, so what I will say is, I'll put their names in chat here, so you can, I think you can be able to click them on. Can you? No, you can't even do that. Well,
That's right.
like we said VIPs. You pull up the list there. I will say is, I'm gonna pull out the ones that are able to be chosen. We're not gonna take off Iggy. I mean, you could, but no, it's not. We're not gonna take
Oh
off
my
Iggy.
god, imagine how bad that would be. That'd be sort of funny though, right?
So you have 5 people you can choose from. You have Pugs, you have B, you have Dre, you have Wolf, and you have Damien. You have 5 people you can choose from. I will say, if this helps you any at all, there is 2 people that you cannot, that have not been here, which is just Dre and Damien. The rest have been here already.
I wasn't gonna pick B anyway.
Okay.
Because I don't know B, but I stalk B on TikTok. So B gets a pass.
Oh, well, see.
You know.
Build that TikTok following and you might be saved on connections.
You'll be saved because I stalk you.
I see Pugs taking a kind of a thing here is that offers themselves as tribute. I will sacrifice myself for the others to go on. Oh no, so that was Wolf. Sorry, I'm the colors are the exact same. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's the choice is completely yours. However, you got a little
and
bit of
that's
time.
the problem. I have to live with that.
Whoa, who tried to sabotage me? I'm sorry, Pugs. You and Wolf had almost the exact same color of blue. So that was the only reason why.
I guess I thank Wolf for their sacrifice then. I'm so sorry.
Right.
I feel like a terrible person.
I think, unfortunately, we might have to make this a little more interesting. We might have to cut down the family a little bit. But we won't do that to you today. We won't do that to you today, I think. We'll discuss among the mods before we do this. I think just based off of how many VIPs there are in chat, I think we might have to cut down the family. Pugs is like, I am going to lose it. On VIP, is that how you do it?
Bought me a sub. I can't turn around and stab them in the back.
Wolf, it has been nice. It has been lovely having you in our family. Salutes in chat for Wolf. Please raise your hands in the air for Wolf. F's in the chat for Wolf. It's been amazing having you part of the family.
So sorry.
Do. So that is Two Choose One Lie. A little bit of a dramatic Two Choose One Lie, if you will. However, we are going into the deeper side of this podcast, where we get kind of the deep questions and kind of start asking kind of the nitty gritty questions, which is part of this podcast that I adore. Get to know a little bit more about you and your favorite thing. If you guys haven't already, !enter, get in the giveaway if you're not already in there. Mods, can someone do me a favor, and can someone please put in the Discord in the sofa? Don't add everyone though. Just be like, hey, we're doing the giveaway right now. If you !enter, get in here. Just so people know. Just so people know they can come hang out. So starting with the first question here that we're getting into. I'm kind of interested too, and this isn't usually one of the questions I ask, but I'm kind of interested to see, like, you said that you like about the never being on a real date. Like it's something that's, I mean, surprised chat a little bit. There was some people who voted that way.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like you said, and I think too is one of the big things is I think dates are becoming less and less common. Like I think it's just more kind of like we're just gonna hang out. I mean, watch a movie, something. Don't call it a date so much. It's just hanging out, like type of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's like fair sort of thing. And but so basically my question is if you were to pick a first date, what would be your ideal first date?
That depends. I don't know. I like to do things that get to know. Like if you're getting to know someone, right? If it's like a date because you don't know them, you don't really want to go somewhere you can't talk. Like I feel like a cinema date or something is overrated because how am I meant to get to know someone when you sit in silence? Like, you know, like
Yep.
How was your date? Don't know. Can't remember their name. Only talked to them once. It was great.
It was dark theater. It was great.
Yeah.
Well, all the interaction I needed.
No, we talked the whole time. Got kicked out because we were talking like.
Exactly.
So I think I don't know. I'm the type of person to be like, I don't know, just go for a walk, get to know each other, stargaze, romantic shit.
Okay. Well.
Maybe get some food, not like at a restaurant or something, but like get some food, like just food you can sit down in the park and eat. You know.
Okay. Fair. That's totally fair.
Chill, but enough that you can like actually talk and get to know each other.
So if anyone's looking for a nice Aussie girl, this is connections on AliasTinker. DMs are open. No? just no dick pics, all right? That's all. That's what we ask. No unwanted pics, please.
No, thank you.
Exactly. Yes.
No, thank you.
Smiling faces. We'll do those. The
people panties.
Yeah. Put your the sliding of the DM is your favorite people emote.
Yeah, that's how you know a lot about someone by their favorite people emote.
It's true. Like, so there's a great question. What is your favorite people emote?
I can't answer that on the stream.
On the stream?
No. People panties is up there. People panties is one of my favorites.
People panties?
It's pretty funny. Little people holding it up.
That's funny.
Or like white people happy.
White people happy is a good one. That's a really good one.
It's such a mood.
I knew. How are you?
I like all of them though, like people jammies, like with the little.
Oh yeah. My favorite is people comfy.
Yeah. See, one. I have my own people comfy, so I don't use people comfy, you know.
You really? Did you see this?
I am.
Aw, that's so cute.
Wrapped up in a little blankie.
Alias comfy or alias cozy.
Cool.
Hello, Tammy. Welcome in. We've heard a lot about you. Welcome in, though.
Oh, poor Tammy.
Couple questions. Like I said, this is the deep side of the podcast. This is where we get to kind of the nitty gritty and the interesting kind of things. So if you join joining us, you come in a great time. You come in a perfect time. If you guys also, by the way, we've also won the giveaway. So, or we chat won the giveaway. So if you'd like to be part of the giveaway, !enter. You must be in the Discord, !Discord to be in there. Just so we can get a hold of you. That's the only thing we doing. We talking emotes. Yeah, everyone comes back when we start talking people emotes. Chat, put in chat. What is your favorite people emotes? I'd love to see them. Oh, thank you, Tammy, for that follow. I appreciate that. So continuing on here.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to see where we're going to start here. I try not to throw people off the deep end because there's some deep questions in here, but I want to
Right.
kind of like get you into there.
Just yeet.
Yeet. All right, great. Let's start with this one. This is always my favorite one to ask, and it always is to get answers all across the board. Actually, yeah, we'll start with this one. What is the best advice that you have ever received?
Question. Oh, I don't actually know. Is it bad that I feel bad because I don't remember any conversations I have with anyone. So it's harder. My memory's atrocious. I'd probably literally just be like, fuck other people. In the sense of I especially I mean I still do a little bit, but especially a couple of years ago, I just used to be almost like a doormat, you know? I was so concerned about what other people thought and how making sure that every single person is happy. And you get to a certain point where that destroys you as a person because you spend your entire time and everything that you have trying to make sure that every single person is happy, that it just it destroys you.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember crying to one of my friends and just being like, I thought these people were my friends. I thought that, and she was just like, fuck people. I was like, yeah, you're right. It just, yeah, I still think about it all the time. And I'm still trying to work on it because I still don't like saying no to people, or I feel bad if someone gets upset about something, and I think that's just a normal human reaction though. Someone's upset, you want to be there. Yeah. Wow, look, it's the person who said those things. But yeah, learning to be able to say okay, no, that's not good for me. I can't do that. I need to look after myself there as the best advice I've received is just look after yourself, fuck other people. As much as you want to be there for them, you can't be there for them if you're not there for yourself. It'll be better for them and for you if you look after yourself first and then help them later,
It's it's perfect advice. I think it's so hard to help others when you're not helping yourself and taking care of yourself first.
Yeah.
It's really hard to kind of get to that point. And yeah, you said it perfectly. It's just how you're supposed to help others if you can't help yourself, for sure.
Exactly.
So we've talked a little bit about this. You're really close to your family, or at least we assume. You talked about your sisters. Are you close with your parents, and why?
Ridiculously. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know anything different. I've never grew up with anything different than my family is my best friends. Hearing stories of people who don't have that, it's such a hard thing for me to understand and to relate to because I'm so close with my family. I I said before, the first person I want to tell when something goes wrong or when something exciting happens is I want to tell my mom. I can't keep a secret from my mom. And it's so bad. Because if there's things you probably shouldn't tell your mom, I'm telling my mom. And me and my dad are close. Obviously it was harder. We spent a lot of time together having just the girls because, you got 3 daughters, you end up being a little bit closer to your mom. But even then, my parents have Harley Davidsons and ride around a lot. And so going on the back of the Harley with my dad, and we'd go out and have coffee and stuff and just spend weekends together. I was such a like everything that I've done, everything that I'll always do, like, it always goes back to my family. And I'm so lucky that I have that. Like, I'm so lucky that something goes wrong, I can just call my mom or, like, my dad, my sisters, and just be like, "This thing happened." They're like, "Okay, we'll help you out. That's alright." Like 2 months, 3 months ago when we were out of lockdown for, like, a week, great week, um, I was really stressed because we had, like, mid-year exams, and I was just really struggling with everything. My sister drove an hour and a half just to rock up to my house and cook me meals and left. She
Aw.
just came over, she just washed my dishes, she cooked me some meals, like, left them in little, like, Tupperware containers in the
Aw.
fridge, and then just left. Like, I'm so lucky that I have that,
Sweet.
you know?
That's so sweet. That's really nice.
Yeah,
Aw.
I know. I
Um,
love them.
no kidding, for sure. I think, like you said, like I think there's some people who unfortunately cannot relate to that, and it's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but and you're something that you're obviously very grateful for. It's not something you take for granted at all, but it's something that you're very fortunate and lucky for, and you
Yeah,
know that too,
exactly.
which is awesome, which is really good. Um, what had been the peak and the pit of your streaming career?
I can get the pit straight away. I started streaming in January, and at the time, I was part of a different community than I am now. And I was like, my first month in, I was so happy, I was going great. Like, I straight up was, I had like average of like 15, and like that was huge. Like, I was so blessed straight up. Like, I got affiliate and the like whatever 7 streams, whatever it is you need. I can't really remember. And I was so blessed. And I actually left that community for some different reasons, and I sort of was left with nothing, and I just dropped, and I lost motivation for streaming quite quickly because I was all of a sudden like, I'd had these great views and I sort of had grown that expectation for myself, and all of a sudden I was pulling like average of like 2, 1, 3, 1 again, and I'd spend a lot of hours on 0 or on 1, and it was really hard. Um, and I like coming off the back of that really strong start, I spent like 3 like not like so much time trying to build that community back up again and get going again. And I'm so blessed now that I pushed through it, and that I was like, no, this is something that I still want to do, like, and push through it and got to where I am now. Like, I'm so thankful for that. Um, but the peak, like, I couldn't even name one. I had back in August, I was a part of like a massive OCE, like New Zealand, Australia Overwatch tournament that was run by Blizzard and one of the best streamers in Australia. I just did almost a 39-hour subathon on the weekend.
Crazy.
And I slept about 2.5 hours, 3 hours max for that thing. Like I have had so many peaks that I sort of forget the pit, if that makes sense. Like unless I really think about it, I sort of forget that that happened. That I had that moment of, oh my god, like I have to start again. I have to start fresh. Um, but I'm so glad that I pushed through it and got out the other end and was like, actually, do you know what? Like, I'm happy doing what I want to do, Um, it was poor pugs. Oh, that was my final nap when I would like was almost in tears because I was so tired. So I'd reached this point of my subathon where I was just exhausted because subs were coming in for about 20 minutes at a time, and you sort of go, "Oh, there's only 20 minutes left. I'm not gonna go to sleep because there's only 20 minutes left." But that happens for about 8 hours. I was just exhausted, and I left one of my mods in charge and was like, "Can you just stream me a game? I'm gonna lay down for 10 minutes." And I come back and my entire chat, we just had like people riot out, was like, "Stop threatening to ban us, we gifts." So I was like, "What have you done?" They're angry. But yeah, I definitely like the peak. I hit. I sort of expected nothing more than 12 hours. Like 5 minutes a sub, 12 hours is massive. And like, but So, like, I hit almost 39. Like,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. I sat down, I got into bed, and I just cried. I was like, "Oh my god," like, I was just exhausted, and I was so thankful, and I didn't have the emotions to, like, process everything that had just happened. Like, I got 360 subs in a stream, like, that's ridiculous, and I didn't sleep for 39 hours, which is also ridiculous other than, like, a cheeky little nap,
Mhm.
like, I just it was just don't regret it for a second, it was the best thing. Worst thing, but best thing.
So this past month, by the way, first off, Neil, thank you so much for the 3 gifted subs to Izzy, to Mans,
Mm.
and to Goosey Lucy. Or Goosey the Lucy, sorry, my apologies. Thank you. Yeah, make sure you guys enter into the giveaway. Appreciate that. Thank you, Neo. The As far as like the subathons, we've had 3 now guests that have been on here, that including yourself, that has been doing subathons this past month. One who's so we have Sharky, who just finished up about last week or so. We have Mango, who's currently still doing hers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
we rated Mango.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. That's really great.
Yeah.
And then we have and then yours, which you did this past weekend as well. It's just like, it's crazy, and I don't know if I could personally do it. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have any ways that I could do it,
I
because
recommend a cap. I
A cap?
recommend cap.
the thing is, I would probably do a no cap to see how far people can go, an uncapped one. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I also don't. I've seen the capped and I've seen uncapped, and I mean, capped, yes, maybe we do like a hidden capped, and like at the first we're like, you know what, no problem. And then maybe like at a certain date we'll be like, you know what,
Halfway through, whip it at you. You don't want to be Ludwig and going for 31 days,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. I don't think I would get there, but the thing is also too is I am big on quantity over quality, or sorry, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is I don't know if I would want to do that. The whole I don't know what I would do to make it interesting. Maybe I'd have creators take over. I don't know. But that's the thing, is like that's so I don't see myself doing a subathon, which I mean, probably good for mental health, honestly. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Hello Jay, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. You're so lovely. Thank you, Jay, for being here. Yeah, so no, I think that's definitely a different but new interesting answer for sure.
Yeah.
My next question is relating to the question of the day. Something that I want to ask you now, and flip the question to you. So the question of the day today was, or is, I guess still, what is something that you've recently had to overcome? So now I'm going to turn it to you.
I guess there's a lot of things. I haven't had anything major, I guess, that I've had to really like sit down and go, "Oh my god." But it's a lot of different things. Like, I'm getting towards the end of my degree for university, and like I am like, there's just so many different things that are like small changes in my life that I've had to sit down and go, "Oh my god, like I need to sit down and think about what I want." And that's scary. Like, I need to be an adult. Um but I guess overcome is like the little, like there's not little for some people, but or for me, but like exams and stuff, like it's just a bit of everything. I haven't had anything major that I guess that sticks out, because I haven't had something that's just dropped so hard. But you always have dips. And you always have them. That'll never change no matter what's happening in your life, I guess. But I guess like accepting and coming to terms with what I want is like pretty hard for me, because sometimes what you want and what's good for you hurts other people, and that's hard when it's like, I need to do what's best for me.
Mhm.
Um so that's probably like the biggest thing for me. It was really hard to sort of admit to myself that, yeah, there were certain things that I wanted to do in my life that meant that potentially other people could get hurt, but I need to do what's best for me. And again, goes back to that original like, well, fuck people. Like, you need to put yourself first so you can then go on to help those other people. Like, but it's hard. It's always going to be a challenge.
It is. It's not. It's as Neil's put. Advocating for yourself is always hard. It's not. It's never easy, and it's yeah. Like you put on any sort of
Yeah.
mental health on top of it, it makes it even more harder, which doesn't
Yeah.
help either. And so yeah, no, it's definitely
Exactly. Yeah, you combine,
yeah.
ADHD, autism, and you combine life, and you just end up in this constant, like, I can't make my own decisions, but
Mhm.
I am an adult and need to make my own decisions. And everyone's like, you'll be fine, just get a planner. And I'm like, but I'm the one writing in the planner. I'm not going to listen to myself. Like, why would I?
I mean, fair.
Like,
Um,
it's a hard combo.
yeah, it is. It's a difficult one. I can totally agree with that. By the way, Multi, thank you for the gifted sub to B. Thank you so much. B, enjoy those emotes, those finger guns. um, just kind of going on to kind of like overcoming things and kind of that event. What life-changing event have you experienced?
4 years ago now, as most people don't really, a lot of people actually don't know, but I lost my hearing. So not fully, like, well, not obviously, but so I wasn't actually born hearing impaired. It only started happening around they sort of started seeing issues around 17, but they didn't think it was like a big issue, like ran in my family. And most people in my family don't get it till like 30s, mid 30s. So they were like, you'll be fine. Like seeing a tiny drop now that's like no big of a deal. And then around the age of like 18 and a half, it started to get quite bad. And I started struggling in school a little bit. Um, and like started struggling in like everyday conversations and at work. And I remember being like, what is happening? Like, why am I struggling so much? And I remember them being like, oh, well, we think that you're at the point that you need to be fitted with hearing aids. I was like, what? Like, I remember calling my mum in tears and being like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I'm not old enough yet. Everyone in our family doesn't get it till they're older. Why do I have it? Like, what's wrong with me? And that was so hard. Like, sorry, it's upsetting me to think about. It was just like, everyone in our family gets it so late. Why me? But you push through it, I guess, and keep going. Sorry.
Okay.
It's like it was a really hard time for me to come to terms with, like, you get like there's little things that you miss. Like I can't hear trees like rustling leaves anymore. Like it's just little things, and it's hard, you know, because you always know. Like I knew it was coming because everyone in my family has it as like actually genetic. Um, but like as I said, like most people in my family, we don't get it until we're 30, 35. So being in high school and being so young and being told, well, actually, like you need hearing aids now. That's like it's a hard thing to process at a young age. Like everyone's out and growing up, and it's a massive life changing event. And I mean, it's small at the start because it starts off pretty good. It's like a hard way to explain it, but it does. Like it's such a gradual thing that you don't really notice the change. I look back now and it's been 3, 4 years. That's changed massively. Like I can't even hold an everyday conversation without some form of support, whether that's hearing aids or um, having someone else there beside me to just relay conversation and make sure that I've understood and that I've heard. And it's hard. Like it's really hard. Um, sorry, it's like really upsetting to think about. um, but yeah, like I guess it's it's one of those like hidden disabilities that is what makes it the most difficult because no one sees it coming, I guess. When I talk about the fact that I live with a disability, people sort of look at me and just go, no, you don't. It's like, well, yeah, I do. Like, I wear glasses, I wear hearing aids, you know, I I have to live with that every day. Um, and obviously, like, everyone has their own issues. Everyone has different experiences in their life that is hard for them. Um, it's just unfortunately that mine's an expensive one, you know. um, but like, yeah, I was like, it's it's such a weird concept for me now to, and I get a lot frustrated at myself because it's like, well, I used to be able to hear that. I used to be able to do that, and I can't do it anymore. So it's just coming to terms with that was really difficult for me. And even now, like, you know, I'll have conversations with people and I'll just have to ask them to repeat themselves 4 or 5 times and I still won't hear it. And I like you both just sort of get frustrated at each other and it's not that like because people understand, they're like, I get it, but at the same time, it's frustrating. And and I get that. Like
Mm.
having to repeat yourself 6 times to someone and them still being like, I'm really sorry, I can't hear you. Like you go mad. You do, you go mad. Um, so I get it completely. But it's just hard living with that, I guess. But yeah.
It's nothing that I've ever had to obviously go through, unfortunately. Like, I mean, well, sometimes people bug me saying that I'm like basically hard of hearing because of how like, I mean, I don't know, selective hearing, I guess you could call
Yeah,
me.
it's a big
But
part of like ADHD as
it
well. It's
is.
like processing audio. It's hard. So
Mhm.
I guess the combo of the two is really difficult because like it's like, well, did I not hear that or did I not process that?
Yeah.
So then
Which one is
I'm
it?
stuck in this, yeah, I'm stuck in this circle of like, do I need to go get my hearing aids reassessed and see if I need to go like get them turned up and go like stronger, or am I just sitting here tired and thinking about the fact that I just have been craving banana bread for 2 weeks, or that like I need to remember to buy batteries on the way home, like some really specific niche thing, and that's why I couldn't hear you. So it's a hard combination.
It is. I think ADHD combined with literally anything else is like a hard combination.
It's
Like
so
it
hard.
doesn't help in any sense or form. Like
No,
you have
exactly.
anxiety and ADHD. Well, have fun
Good
overthinking
luck.
literally everything.
Literally
Like,
everything.
or
I
like
know
you
if
said,
someone will
like
say good morning, you'd be like,
did they mean that?
did they mean that? Was that a different tone?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I think I can't relate to the side of like hearing. And before I even go into this, is thank you for being so vulnerable with us. It's not
That's
something
right.
that's easy to do, especially in like, I mean, for those of you that maybe don't know who I am, this is the first time me and Tink have really talked. You know, and coming on a stream and being super vulnerable is not usually the first thing people decide to do on a lot of things. And this show really isn't as amazing as it is if people don't decide they want to be vulnerable. And I mean, it's not for everyone. It really isn't. Um, but I hope that like coming on this kind of show it can help you in a sense, whether it kind of gets a little bit of weight off your chest, you be able to kind of explain it to other people, and I can use maybe my little bit of a platform that I have to be able to share those stories that people that things that real struggles that a lot of people unfortunately go through, but maybe not a lot of people are talking about, which is upsetting and sad. And like it affects like things like this affect a lot of people. And for instance, hard of hearing. And I'm sure there is a lot more hard of hearing creators that we just don't know about, that just don't talk about because they don't want to
Yeah.
seem like maybe weaker or whatever they want to like put it as, or in that kind of sense is that they don't want to be kind of known for that kind of thing, which is, I mean, it's sad. It's really sad that like, because it's at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's you, it's a part of you, it's who you are. And it's not something you can change by if you wanted to, like it's,
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
something that's
And
so
yeah,
difficult.
I know so many people who are, I guess, like embarrassed of it. Like being so young and wearing hearing aids. Like it's such a, you know, like, oh, that's an old people thing. That's like, well, glasses are accepted. It's the same thing. I'm visually impaired. Like it's the same thing. It's just my ears, not my eyes. I have both, but you know, um, like I don't know. I think, and it's sort of, I wish people talked about it more. And it's, I didn't think, I wish I knew so much more about everything before it happened because I was always like, oh, like people aren't gonna treat me differently because I'm hearing impaired. Like it's nothing like major. Like you can't see it, but I don't know. I realized after now, like 4 years, I guess, or I think it's been about 3 with hearing aids, 4 since I sort of started losing it. Well, I've lost it, but my hearing. um, yeah.
Took me a second on that one.
Well, I've never had it, but um, like you don't realize, like I get treated so differently than I used to, and I didn't think it would be a thing, but it is. Like it's it's wild to think that people have always lived like this and they don't know any different, and people don't think that you know that ableism is so massive, but it is, and you don't realize until it starts to affect someone you love or affects you personally. And oh my god, it's wild out here. Like that's crazy.
It really, really is. So I'm just gonna go to chat here because I wanna
Yeah.
I wanna read chat here. And I was giggling at Donovan's message. Welcome in, Sharky. It's your turn to cry now. Welcome in, Sharky. Good to see you, bud. I want to say first off to chat, I've never seen so much spammed love in this chat before. I'm not even like, I know I've said this before, but I literally cannot get to the top of it. There's so much
Yeah.
spammed love in this chat right now. You guys are so amazing. Thank you. And that, like I said at the beginning, those are the exact times to spam that love, is really vulnerable moments like that are like maybe hard for creators to share, because when a creator's like literally sobbing and all they see in the corner of their screen is just this red little heart with some white text in it, it means that people fucking care, which is like, is really, I mean, there's so many other things that everyone in chat could be doing today. There's so many things, and you decided to hang out with us and hear the story of Tink. And I had to watch it dry. No, I don't think that's the reason they're here, but exactly. But I mean, to get to know the story of Tink and get to know who she really is, and that's what I love about Connections, is how real it is, and it's just, I love it. And that's the thing is it's not the same without the creators that are wanting to be vulnerable. Birdie said your words were so relatable for me, even as someone living with an invisible illness that hit suddenly. And I think, yes, it's like invisible illnesses are something that's so under talked about. Like having family members or even myself that lives with like invisible illnesses. For instance, for me with anxiety, it's something that I have learned in the past year and a bit to speak out about and be the one who's kind of pushing for my own advocacy, is because I realize like there's creators and stuff like that will do it, but I can't rely on that person to be the only spokesperson for me. It's not easy. Exactly. I'm not saying it is, but and I talked about this on this before, and so I'm not going to go through it all again. But basically, I had an issue at my workplace, and where I was really struggling with my mental health. Welcome in, Mans. And I spoke to him. This is funny enough that Mans is in here. This is the episode that we had her on. It was the episode that I actually talked about this the first time, because the wonderful Meg asked me about it, one of her community members, and I spoke up about it. It was really hard for me to speak up about it and talk to my thing, and I got really lucky. My employers were super understanding. They still are. And I was able to, I'm getting a lot better with my mental health because I was able to deal with it at my workplace as well as also outside of work. And I've been so lucky for that. So, thanks, man. Send love to you and your guests. You're too amazing. We have a Multi. I'll get to your question in just a second here. I see it there. It's a great question. Sharky, thank you for the sub. So I came in and she's crying, and now I want to cry. And I hear you, Sharky. I hear you. Yeah, no, that was exactly. It was such a hard hitting moment. 100 people don't realize that their unconscious biases until it directly affects them. Totally, Neo. Yeah. You know what's kind of crazy to me too is I honestly totally forgot about you being hard of hearing until you said on the quick questions, can you please send them to me? I totally and then I was like, oh my goodness, of course I can, but I never even came up in my head. I've never even thought of that too. And I mean, no problem at all.
That's the thing all the time. It's so many different things. Like my friends are like, oh, let's go to the theaters. And I'm like, okay, when are the movies showing that have closed captions? And they all sort of take a second and go, oh, shit, yeah. Like we need to go at, there's only certain movies and only certain times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not every single time and every single film has closed captions. And even then, they don't put them up on the screen. Like, I have to go and, like, give my ID, and I get, like, this massive thing that, like, screws into the cup holder, and, like, I have to set it up myself and, like, position it under the screen so that it doesn't block anything and that I can see the captions. Like, there's no hiding that thing. It's
That's
so big.
That's crazy. I've never even heard about this.
Yeah, so, like, I think every cinema, like, especially even in Australia, every cinema does it differently. There's some cinemas, like, especially now that they're like, "Oh, we have this cool technology that has, like, you would put the glasses on, it has the captions." I'm like, "Great." That's the same reason I go see, like, 3D films. Like, I can't put them on. Like, it's just I wish there was more, like, there's so many YouTube videos or, like, TikToks or streams, and there's so many different like, there's so much more content, and there's so much content I consume that just doesn't have captions, and it's so hard, and people are like, "Oh, but you end up reading instead of watching." I'm like, "I'm sorry that you read instead of watch it twice, give them another view." Like, you cut out so many people without realizing, and, like, it's just because it's not normal, I guess, or like socially normal to have captions and everything. And it's becoming a lot more normal now, and like it's becoming so much normal now for like big announcements and interviews and stuff that there's someone there who signs, and it's just but it's still a push. Like bus announcements. Like I find like my train and my tram, the light's always broken that tells you which stop it is.
Mm.
But then the mic that announces what stop you're at is always just like you're like,
That's even without being hard of hearing. It's the same thing.
yeah. Like I still remember like 5 years ago being on the bus and be like, wait, where am I? Like I don't know where I am. Like even now it's worse. I'm just like, wait, what? Like I'm just like whipping out my phone, like hoping I've got service, like following the train line, like watching till I get to my stop. Like it's hard.
It's interesting that you brought up about like TikTok and like YouTube like videos and stuff like that, and the subtitling of those, because it's something. So I learned quite like early in my kind of stage of content creation on this journey of connections and all like that kind of like this human connections kind of thing. So those of you that have been following me for a minute know that I started on TikTok for a little bit and was asking creators questions, not like this, but like kind of goofier questions. And then end up meeting basically my first 10 guests essentially through that method. Maybe not that many, but like a good portion of those 10 first guests were met through that kind of method. And all those videos I edited were just kind of like lightly thrown together. And unfortunately in Canada, we don't have the option to close caption by just posting it. You have to physically do it all yourself. And so at first I did not do it.
Forget.
What?
All of my TikToks, even today, I posted yesterday, I still forget to put my own captions on.
That's the thing is like I've never actually been able to use the feature by TikTok per se for the caption.
Yeah, everyone types their own, I think.
Yeah, and so it's gone. Yeah. So I realized a little bit after a little while, I was like, okay, something's like, and I was watching other people's, and I was like, okay, people are using subtitles, and maybe it's to like kind of like enunciate sort of things or whatever it may be. They use subtitles, and I was like, this is very smart. Because it's a way that not only is it accessible for more people, maybe hard of hearing, but it's also more accessible for the people that might be on the train, for instance, and cannot turn on their volume because it's so loud and things are so going on and it's really hard to hear. And you can still watch and consume the video. And yes, maybe you're not aware to watch it twice because it's a little bit too fast, but it's something that is a lot more accessible for all. And it's something that's I caught on to quickly, and I think there was even a comment on one of the videos that mentioned about how they were hard of hearing. And it was like, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so crazy. Because that's not even like, at first, their only reason was I was like, oh, like, let's make it more like a little bit like easier for people to like kind of understand what's going on. And then not even realizing that it was also for
accessibility
and helping out people and stuff like that. And for a while I stopped doing it because I was like, I didn't really understand it. And then I got that comment, and I was every single one since then has been subtitled. I mean, for like the short versions of things. I haven't been able to close caption this aside from YouTube's like closed captioning thing, which maybe I'll have to look into deeper and see if there's a better way to do it. But it's been something that I've had a It's something that I never even realized, but if you look at all the reels, especially the one that even play on the break, every single one is subtitled. And I do those all by myself, which is like
It's so hard. And like that's the thing, like this is like, and I get not called out for it, but I always feel like stupid almost that I forget my own captions. Like I'll start stream and be live, people like, do you not have your captions on today? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, like that's a thing I do. Like I'll just post all the time, and because like TikToks are just I think it's similar, like you just sort of just post and you don't really think about them. You do them and you're like, haha, I'm funny. Nice. Just
Nice.
send them out. I forget to caption them all the time. And then I'm like, why don't people caption their content? I'm like, wait, you don't even caption your own content. Like it's just it's so, and I get it. Like it's not something that people even think about, I guess. Like people like, oh, I just sort of didn't even think about it. Like other people had closed captions, so I sort of just did it. Like but then you sort of sit down after a little bit and you're like, oh wait, that's actually like people need those. Like
It's not just for the content idea, it's actually because people need them.
Yeah.
I forgot about that too, is you also have on your stream, you have a live like caption thing.
Yeah.
What site do you do that through?
Web captioner. I can send it.
Yes, please, because I think that'd be something I would like to like incorporate in this.
We get
I think
a lot of entertainment. We get a lot of entertainment out of it, especially because like I'll say like slang words or I'll say something and it will not know what I've just said, especially call outs in games. Like it auto corrects things and it's so funny. And we had this moment. I remember it was like a month ago, we were having a really serious conversation about something and it auto corrected like 4 different words to just mummy. I was just like, oh god, like come on. Give it a shot, man.
It's an
It
interesting
was
one.
so bad. But you know, it tries its best.
Fair. Yeah. I'll definitely check it out and see what we can do here. Just going back to chat here is Sharky's finally here. Sharky's always here. Mommy, sorry, yeah, really. Sharky, I always cry when I come in here. Grr. First place I came home. First place I came since coming home. Sharky, stop. Of course, hello, Mans. Yeah, Mans, enter in that giveaway. Exclamation mark enter if you guys haven't already. We're giving away a $10 Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox Store gift card. So make sure you're in the giveaway for that if you haven't already. And you need to be in the Discord. Exclamation mark Discord. You must be in there because I need to be able to contact you after it as well. Multi, I have not forgot about your question. Don't worry. Yeah, like Ginger said, I have full hearing. I still can't hear them. Exactly, like the notifications on when you're like on the tram or something like that. Sharky, not gonna lie, I've only just recently sat down and gone back through all my old videos, closed captioning them all. I just want to be able to get out to as many people as possible, like yourself, Alias, someone who I already think is awesome and I looked up to. That's so sweet, and I think like it's so true. Like I think there's so many. I've heard the closed caption from Pixel Chat TV. Yeah, if you guys have any, please send them to me on Discord. Don't put them in chat because I'm gonna lose them pugs. But if you can message me on DMs on Discord, anything that you guys have that is like closed caption accessible, I'll be looking through them this week and probably trying to see how I can set them up. I don't know if they'll be ready for Who Are You. I'll try my best to have them ready by Who Are You, but if not, I will try my best to have them ready for the next connections on the 16th, November 16th. That'll kind of be
captioning things like this is hard. Like especially if you've got multiple people on a call and like you guys are all talking, like I find that the hardest. I can get it done for me, but having other people there it's a whole nother issue. I know that there's some widgets and stuff for it, but I haven't actually tried any of them.
So we'll definitely work into that. Donovan, you can keep that kind of note for me so I can look into that after stream as well, because I think it's something that's important. It really is important, and I think it's one part by doing all your like old videos and captioning things like that. Me looking up closed captions for my stream right now. Really though, exactly, it totally opens up my eyes as a creator. It's something that you don't think about. And Pixel Chat, okay, that's good. I'll definitely look into Pixel Chat if someone can send me that. I think Pugs, you already sent it to me. That's perfect. But yeah, no, it's something like we don't realize how inaccessible some sites are when you don't have. It doesn't affect you, for instance.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate to have my hearing being quite good, but I'm not everybody. There's a lot of people who are feeling the other way and don't have that. And I know I speak so fast, and like I know it's something that triggered by my ADHD is speaking really quickly and fast. When I get
Me
excited,
too.
when I get nervous, anything like that, I'm blah, 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 blah. If you're like, oh my goodness, you could be like an auctioneer. I'm like, I am
Yeah.
aware. And that's the thing is
I'm loud
that's
enough and I talk quick enough. Let's go.
and that's the thing is I'm sure it's hard for people that have that are hard of hearing to be able to kind of understand me because of how fast I talk. And I'm sure there's been times today where you're like, what did he say?
Yeah, you sort of learn like I don't know. I guess I explain this to people all the time. They're like, you say you're hard of hearing and you mishear things. Like, how do you sit in Discord calls? Like, between if people don't if people don't have their video on, I sort of like explain it like this. Like, I hear probably half of everything that's said and
Mhm.
guess the other half. So like I'll hear half of a sentence or like half of words and like especially like peaks, like words peak, like peak like the AK is the higher bit, so that's the bit that I'll hear. And like you sort of just guesstimate. Sort of like when you're like learning a new language, I guess. You sort of know half the sentence and the other half you're just hoping that that's what it was.
Totally
Which is
fair.
why it gets tiring. Like I'm exhausted all the time.
Mhm.
I think that's because a lot of my life is online, so that's the exhausting bit. Like I don't have that face-to-face interaction as much. But you just guesstimate and just hope that it wasn't a question if you've missed it. But like people are pretty like when they understand that I'm hearing impaired, like most people are just so willing to be like, oh, I'll just repeat myself. Like this is what I asked. That we'll just laugh off the fact that I've answered a different question and just move on. Like
I will say today, I don't think there's any points of today where I've asked a question if you asked and you've answered something differently. So which is quite impressive.
crushed it.
I think there's been guests that who aren't even hard of hearing that have gotten the wrong thing. So you're doing pretty good for yourself right now. We're gonna ask Multi's question here because Multi had a really great question from earlier here. Before I go into
Yeah.
more of mine, in my experience, a lot of people that would need hearing aids choose not to wear them due to the stigma they have. How has your experience been wearing hearing aids? Have you been confronted? Have people confronted you? Sorry, have people confronted you positively or negatively? And what would you tell young people / kids that are ashamed / scared to wear them?
I guess like especially now like technology is so good. Like you can get hearing aids that go like in your ears and not out at all. And like mine are tiny. Like my glasses are quite thick.
Mhm.
So like my hearing aids actually just sit like right there. So you can't actually like I've never actually had anyone notice that I'm wearing them because although I have ones that sit behind my ears because my ears were actually too small to get the in-ear hearing aids. I have little ears. I like although I have ones that sit behind my ears, like I have glasses that sit on top of them. And the like cord that goes into my ear is like clear. But even then, like you can match color to your hair, or if you're like younger and you want something cool, like there's like it's like when you get your braces and you get to have all the cool colors. It's the same thing. You get to have cool colors. It was like bright pink and like blue and stuff, and I was like, damn, if I could pull that off, I'd have bright pink. Like there's so many options now. There's so many cool things that I think like I never was like, I don't want to wear my hearing aids because people are gonna see them. Because instead I was like, I'd rather have them and know the conversation that's happening as much as I can. But like I know people in my family that refused to wear their hearing aids for a long time. Or like didn't tell people. Like even now, like when I'm so open and I'm always like, oh yeah, my hearing aids are flat. Hang on, I'll be right back. People are like, oh, I didn't realize you wear them. I'm like, no, there's like 5 people in my family. They're like, I didn't know that anyone in your family wears them. And I'm like, that's just because it's such this not a secret. Like it's not like it's hiding, but I don't know. I guess people who sort of are a little bit ashamed of it. But there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like you can't change it. You're better off to accept it and be open with it because then people are gonna be understanding. Whereas if you sort of try hide it and you do mishear something, people are sort of going to get frustrated at you. But if you have that conversation of, I am hearing impaired, I will like struggle, you need to speak slower, or you need to, when you're talking, like not muffle or like move your hands away from your mouth, or like different things. Like you need to pull your mask down to talk to me. Like having that conversation, it just makes everything so much easier. And like, I love my hearing aids. I talk about them all the time. I flex about them. I'm like, you had to pay for your AirPods. I basically get them for free, like because like they have Bluetooth. Like I
Really?
stream, yeah, I
That's
can
pretty
stream
cool.
like Netflix or like Spotify. Like I would sit in lectures and my friends would be like listening to the lecture, and I could just have like YouTube in my hearing aids, just sitting there like. And no one can tell you to take them out like AirPods because they're my hearing aids. What are you gonna do about it? Like
I'm just vibing
I
to your
flex
lecture
all
right
the time.
now.
Yeah, I'm totally not like listening to a really intense episode of Netflix. Like that's not why I'm looking at my phone. Just taking really good notes.
Just
Like
you said that was from the lecture?
yeah, I'm sitting in the lecture just crying, like, are you okay? And I'm like, it's just a really good lecture. I'm not watching a sad movie or anything. Like I guess like you need to look at the positive in things. I'm like, as much as I like again, like you could tell, like it upsets me, like it's hard and it's frustrating, and I get frustrated at myself and just wish things could be easier a little bit. But at the same time, like you gotta look at the positives. Like I basically have AirPods for life, like, gotta change the batteries on them, but they do the job. Or like, I get cool gadgets and stuff, and I get support that other people didn't even realize like is possible. Like I have so many cool things that people are like, I didn't realize that's a thing, and I'm like, isn't it cool? Look what it can do. Like I
Mhm.
can play like connect my hearing aids to the TV through this box. Let's hook it up. Like there's just
it's really
positive.
awesome.
I guess you gotta try.
And you have to. You really have to look at the positive things like that. It's so easy to get caught up in such negative things, especially with everything going on in the world and stuff like that. It's so easy to get stuck on the negatives. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
like,
if you and like even with things that are like really tough like this, it's really hard to be like part of those, take part of those positive things. And I think you do a really good job, and you're a great advocate for someone who is going through stuff like this, and so young too. And it's not something that is ideal in any situation, but you
yeah.
decide that's not how you're gonna play it. You're gonna play it as I'm gonna take this as I'm gonna make the best of this. I'm gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna watch Netflix in my lecture and have fun and enjoy kind of what you have and be grateful for what you have rather than be negative for what maybe you don't, or you would call as you don't have essentially. And I think that's a good way to look at it.
Exactly.
It's a good way to live. It's better to live much more like that than it is to get kind of caught up on the negatives, because it's very unfortunately easy to kind of going off of, sorry,
No, go, you go.
if we're gonna stay on this, go for it, because I'm changing topics here.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Let's go.
My question to you, kind of leading off of that, is how happy are you right now?
Oh, I mean, right now I'm a little bit struggling, but I don't know. I'm pretty happy. Like, I have a lot of things. Like, as much as I was saying before, like everyone's got their struggles. Everyone has their dips, and like trying to go through a lot of assignments with university, and trying to go through like a lot of stuff. It's hard, and you trying to balance a job and then streaming and then out of streaming content creation, and you're trying to keep those relations up, and you want to game because that's how your relationships are, a lot of them are formed around.
Mhm.
And you have like 20 different things that you're trying to juggle in life, and it's hard, it's stressful, and you end up not sleeping some days, or like other days you end up sleeping for 20 hours because you didn't sleep the 3 before it. It's a really hard balance. But like as I said, like you gotta try find some positives in there of like, you know, I'm really stressed about this one thing, but cool, I did these 3 other things and that's okay. Like, although I didn't get that one assignment done that I really wanted to do, I cleaned my desk and I got to hang out with some friends and I managed to eat a meal today, which is really exciting. Like, you just need to, and I guess like the balance of like ADHD with that as well. Like, you need to just sort of take the small wins, because you can't expect yourself to do 500 things in a day, because no one has the mental power for that unless they're like a god. And in that case, like, bow down. Like, people who just are productive 24/7, I'm oh my gosh, that's impressive.
Really though,
Like,
it's yeah, no, I'm bewildered by it too. It's
yeah,
something that I
I don't
cannot believe.
understand.
Yeah, exactly. The ADHD mind does not let me.
No.
What is one lesson that you, sorry, what lesson in life did you have to find out the hard way?
Trust your gut. Always trust your gut, you know. If there's someone that gives you an iffy feeling or something that gives you an iffy feeling, don't just trust your gut. Even if your mind or whatever it is that's telling you, that's fine, you'll be right. Just ignore it. Don't ignore it. You regret it later on. Like always trust your gut. Like I've definitely had things in my life where my gut's gone, I'm not too sure. And my head's been like, but why? Like you like that's just anxiety, dude. Just chill, you're fine. Trust it. Don't trust your head sometimes. That's okay. But like always trust your gut. It always knows. Always trust your mum. If you can't trust your gut, trust your mum.
True.
You know, she knows. She
Big-
always knows.
Big ups for moms like Mama Lisa, who I know I just had to leave here, but no, like totally, like moms are great. It's really great. Thank you, Ray, for that follow and welcome in. Good to see you here. By the way, our question of the day is, what is something you've had to overcome recently? Yeah, no, I think like it's something you definitely gotta trust. You gotta trust your gut. You gotta trust kind of what you kind of are, what's
Yeah,
kind of
believe
closest
in
to you.
yourself.
Exactly. What is one thing that you hope to never forget?
Depends. There's like little things and big things, you know. Most things, if I'm honest, like with ADHD, like I forget most things and I always feel so bad. Like I don't know any of my family members' birthdays. Like I don't know any of my friends' birthdays. I'm so bad with dates and numbers and like it's just little things like that that I'm always like, I hope I put reminders in my phone to do that. But then there's like big things as well, I guess, like just life lessons. Like you hope to I don't like making the same mistake twice. And I do a lot because I forget the original time that I did it. And that's hard, and it's hard at the second time because you go, "Oh my gosh, I've done that before. Like, why am I in the same position I am? You know, I'm in the same spot I was 6 months ago because I've made the same mistake." And that's hard, and you don't like forgetting those, but I think you're better off just remembering, like, it's okay to do that. Like, it's okay to make the same mistake as long as you, like, try and learn and improve from it, you know? Like, it's the worst example, but, like, I have people all the time forget I'm hearing impaired. Like, my family forgets. Like, I'll be sitting at the dinner table with my sister, like, 3 days ago, we're sitting at the table, finally caught up, sitting for lunch before my subathon, and she said something I didn't hear, and she's like, "What do you mean you didn't hear?" And we sort of just looked at each other and just kept staring until she was like, "Oh, my bad. Like, I didn't mean it like that." We all was just like, "Did you just forget?" She's like, "Yep, I definitely did." Like, you know, it's okay. That happens. You accept it. You move on. It happens all the time. And like that's why I'm not offended, you know. You know, people are like, "Oh, why don't you get hurt?" That someone has said, like, "Oh, like, did you not hear that?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't." And they just sort of sit there and they're like, "Oh, true." It's like, it's
Mhm.
okay. Mistakes happen. Let's move on. Like, as long as like you, I guess, are willing to admit that you made a mistake and move on. Like, why hold like tuck yourself away in that sort of sad box? I guess of I made a mistake.
Hmm. What is your biggest fear in life? Feet. Okay.
No, it's not my biggest fear, but it's up there. But in life, that's hard. I don't know. I'm always scared of disappointing people. And even though I like had said like originally like I don't like, you know, I've got to learn to do things myself. Even then like disappointing people, it's hard. Like it hurts. It's crushing. And like it sucks that it's still such a big fear. It's like I don't want to disappoint people, but it is. And I have to accept that it probably always will be. But I think I need to take the positive out of it and be like, okay, but that means I care about people. At least I have emotions, you know? That's good. We're one step ahead of some others. But, you know, learning to sort of, yeah, it's just it's definitely a big fear. Is I don't want to disappoint people. I don't want people to be upset because of something I've done or something I do. Um, but I guess yeah, it's like a full circle of that's my biggest fear, but it's something I need to face. I guess you know
It is. It is. Unfortunately, you can't make everyone happy, and it's hard
exactly.
because you like. I mean, you and I are kind of those people pleaser type of people who like always want to make everyone happy, but that's not always easy to do. And it's something that
It's
I've
not
learned.
easy at
I've learned
all.
very recently too. Is that you have to choose kind of what you want to do, and the best thing is to go for yourself more than anyone because
Go
that's the
for
most
yourself.
important part.
Yeah.
It's very hard to kind of treat it like that. Definitely, it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
I know it's I think you're doing a pretty good job, Tink. I think you're doing a pretty good job for yourself, and you're definitely helping a lot of people with what you're doing and being open with others and not just kind of hiding your disabilities. And not only just talking about it, but also is doing something about it and making things more accessible for others and teaching people that it's okay not to not have 100% hearing and things like that. Like it sucks, of course, but it's not something to be ashamed of.
Exactly.
And so I think you're doing a really good job with that. We're gonna try and end here on a little bit of a high note here. I don't want to just get stuck on the negative, the nitty gritty. Like you said, it's you got to be positive in certain things. So my next question is, what are you most proud of in your life about yourself?
Oh, that's hard. um, I mean, yeah, I guess the fact that I can take positives out of it, pretty much every situation, you know, of even if it sucks, that there's got to be a positive into it, you know, like every situation has a positive, and it may not feel like it when you're in that situation, but coming out of it, there will be, you know, like the end of a relationship. It's hard, but moving forward, there's always positives to take from that, or losing your hearing, or you know, potentially, I don't know, failing a subject at uni or losing a loved one. It's hard and it's going to be hard, especially when you're in the middle of the situation. But coming out of it or moving forward with that, there's going to be a positive. There's always going to be. And as much as it sucks, you know, it's either a lesson learned or a memory that's cherished or you know, it's always something that you can hold, and I guess that's like something that I'm proud of is that I can always, even if it's not at the time, I can always eventually find positives in everything, and I like that. It means for happiness, you know.
It
It's a step
does.
towards it.
It totally does. It totally does, and it's a good kind of step in the right direction, if you will.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which leads us to our last question that everyone gets. However, before that, chat, if you are still hanging out in here, and I know there's some of you that have just joined us just recently, we won the Two Choose One Lie today. So I have something for you guys to do. If you look over at your screen right now here, we have the giveaway entries. If you guys do not see your name on here, if you are not, let me make sure I'm at the top here. If you're not Pugs, if you're not Donovan, if you're not Tiggs, Wolf, Aligrad, Tink, Iggy, Multi, Neo, B, J, Birdie, or Mans. If your name is not on there, I'm Wolf, yes. that is who you are. I need you to ! enter. Get in this giveaway. We're giving away a $10 Steam, PlayStation Store, or Xbox gift card to someone in a few more moments in the Discord. So make sure you get into the Discord. Discord. I see Tiggs has already put it in there for us. Get in there. Make sure you put ! enter. We're giving it away to someone. We're going to give away almost immediately after the stream in the living room voice channel. So make sure you're there. We always have fun in it. We always roll some things. Just make sure that you are in there. Tink needs extra entries. I'll make sure it happens there, Multi. Don't worry. So make sure you're in there if you aren't already. We'd love to have you there. We'd love to meet you, get to know who you are. So like our connections after show, if you will. And we like to meet you here. If the guests maybe has some time, maybe Tink will join us. I see Ray's in here. I see Ginger's in there. Awesome. Love to see it. Make sure you're in there as we'll be rolling this right after the stream. Someone's going to win. Why not be you? However, also, just another thing, if you don't get in the Discord, I'm going to have to give it to someone. So maybe like you're just hanging out and maybe you're in another room and you're like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have time to put it in. It's fine. Maybe just join in the Discord, and maybe you might be the person who's getting it because I'm gonna give it away to someone. So maybe even if you're just hanging out on the Discord, if that person doesn't show up or that person's not on the Discord, I'm gonna give it to someone. Someone's gonna get it. Just ask Multi. He knows all about that. Because once he won, he was not in the Discord. So on to our last final question here. I think the final question, my favorite question by far.
Oh god. Okay.
No, don't worry. There's no pressure for it. I just want you to answer as honest as possible. It's just because there's so many good things that we've kind of talked about here and positive things, and it always ends on a kind of a good note because it's a oh, do I know? Yeah, exactly, Multi. It's a kind of a deeper thought question. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it definitely usually ends up that way. And the question is, if you wrote a book about your life up to now, what would the final line be?
Ooh. Ooh. I'm not sure. Something about happiness. But I'm not sure what. I'd like to find out what. But hopefully something with the word happy in it. But I'm not sure exactly what. But yeah. I'll find out. We'll find out. Not writing a book, but keep going in life, I guess I get to find out specifically what that line will be. But I'd like it to be something about happiness. That I was happy, Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it can just be, and I was happy. Period.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's definitely
And
a
I
good
was
one.
happy.
Well, chat, can you please spam the love for the lovely Tink? This has been Connections on AliasTinker, the lovely, amazing creator and person, AliasTinker, or also known as Tink. I was gonna say Tink, and then I was like AliasTinker, and then my brain's like it said Alias, and I was like, oh.
Whatever comes out is fine.
Really though, yeah, no, I just didn't want it to be like some sort of like mesh of the both, where it's like Tinker, Alias, Tink, or Tinker, Tink.
Tinkerlist.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys enjoyed us, thank you so much for joining us today. In a moment here, I'm going to give the floor to you here, Tink, to shout out anything you'd like, as we do this every stream. This is about to be the time for you to shout out anything you'd like on the show. I just don't let it be AliasTinker. Yeah, I've heard about this. I've heard about this one, Pugs.
You want me to cry again?
Oh yeah, we have a limit of one cry per stream. All right, Pugs.
I haven't stopped technically. We're good.
Yeah. I know. I was impressed. I was like, well, you're still keeping the nose is still going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cold as well, which isn't helping.
No, it's not. Right,
I'm starved. Like, had a hot chocolate and I had to go get my hoodie in the break. Like, I'm cold.
Iggy, well, thank you, Iggy. Iggy, I see you've changed your name, NFT Iggy now. And thank you for doing great, Bren. Before we kind of go into this, there's a couple things I need you guys to do. One, if you haven't joined the giveaway, !enter, get in the giveaway, !Discord, get in the Discord. Kind of see all those things. If you want to see a audio, or if you want to hear a audio version of this podcast, if maybe you're hard of hearing and something like YouTube is more your platform where it's a little bit more accessible for things like that, !YouTube to go and watch all of the episodes of these that are live, and you can see us as we're doing it too, which might help with it. We're going to work on getting some captions in the future here, as we've learned today. I see a lot of amazing ideas for that. If you guys haven't already, if you have a captioner that will help with live captioning, please let me know in the Discord. !Enter if you have not already seen our guest, have not followed our guest on the two platforms that she has provided us with, on Twitch and on TikTok. Go follow those. It's definitely worth a follow. As I said earlier in the stream at the very beginning, is this creator is trying to make it more accessible for all, and I think she's doing a lovely job. But as I go find our raid today, Tink, I'm going to give the floor to you to please shout out anything you'd like.
I don't know. I don't know. I still just feel bad that I took someone's VIP. I'm still processing it. So sitting here like, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I enjoyed it, even though I cried.
Sorry? Sorry?
I enjoyed it, even though I cried.
I mean, that's good. As long as you can get something out of it.
I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, I'm gonna talk about my life and I'm gonna cry. It's
Aw.
okay. I had my tissue box ready to go from the start. I knew we were gonna be here, you know.
And like, hey, that means that you decided to be open. You chose today that today was going to be the day that you're going to be very open and very real with everyone, and not like just kind of, I don't know, like it's so easy for people to give the surface value, the streamer version of people, and
Yeah.
and that's what I don't want people to just come in here and do that, because I think that's I don't know, it's not what this is made for. Unfortunately, this is
You
not
can't
what.
connect to that, you know.
It's true. Oh, I'm hitting my mic. It's very true. And that's unfortunately kind of where we're at with things. And so I appreciate you being so open and kind of honest and real with us, and giving us the real Tink, the real person. And so I'm happy we got to here. And I'm happy I got to meet you and all of our lovely friends. You can't form a connection? Yeah, Pugs, exactly.
Hey, I get more points. I said it again.
Exactly. You're at like what, 100 points now or something like that? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys in the Discord. We're going to be in the living room in just a few moments, giving away this giveaway. It's always a lot of fun. You do not want to miss it. If you have the time, you do not want to miss it. It'll be a lot of fun. Get your butts in there. I'll see you very shortly. We're about to raid out here. However, before we do the raid, I'm going to promo one more time the lovely show that'll be happening next week on Tuesday. Who Are You? Episode 2. We're doing the second episode. We're doing it again. And I hope you'll join us, because it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. Before I go, though, thank you to everyone who has joined us today. You guys have been so lovely. From meeting everyone, I'm going to go through the names here that I can see here. I see Pugs. I see Ray. I see, obviously, Tink, Tiggs. I see Wolf. I see Eggy. I see Ginger. I see Multi. I see Birdie. Birdie from the very start hanging out with us. I see Jay. I see Mama Lisa, who I know is not here, but my mom. I see Andy, who I see is streaming right now. I see a future guest on there. I see Neo, who I believe has left us as well. I see Sharky. There's so many people who've been here and hanging out with us. Yeah, make sure you copy that raid message from Tiggs. We're gonna go raid out a lovely past guest of this stream. Hello, Vixiana, who's one of the first like guests we've had on like very early in connections. So make sure you go spread that love, go show some love. We'll be here next week with Who Are You. Enjoy the little promo that I'm about to play here, and then make sure you stay for the raid. I love you. Take care of yourself. Make sure you drink some water, and we'll hopefully see you in the Discord. If not, I'll see you on Tuesday. Take care. Peace out.